Where's welcome to the Damu Kiwe Conversations. Let me turn that out for y'all. Where's we got the content. Get the people up in here and share, hit that like button on your way in. Brim ganger don't bang even before that. Niggas gone totally insane. Rumors past, Duse M got slain. Final climax in the set, more the year for the game. True fact, with no good, gang sliding lack. Itty bitty FA10 with that LA brim black. Rep set tripping, unleash the Mac. Frequently creep, caught slipping, feel heat in your back. And this is how a gang slide on take care of it. Bang corners on go Daytonas. Bitch, I'm the man. Racing real soldiers, D-Ray gangsters, brim real soldiers. Told them get dope, what had a hood soda. Straight jacket is choked up, knew that I'll blow up. Molotov on flame, no rage to rain rollers. Fuck enemies and rollers, can't build a cage to hold us. Then we ride my nigga, time come and get murked. Then we die my nigga, cause if we sit yeah doing gang sign niggas, I'll show you how the gang slide, nigga. You can gang slide with them. Show me hella nigga trying to gang slide with her. Whoa, gang slide with her. Show me hella thick and trying to gang slide with her. Gang slide with her. Where's? Bang that like button, share. Let me get this to the good people, man. My people ain't even knowing that we live right now. Man, I've been working real hard, man. I'm busting my ass, man. I went to work. I got off the house by like 5:45 or something like that, bro. And I just got home. I ate, and now I'm running the content, sharing it with y'all. I hope that y'all appreciate the time and dedication that I spend with y'all. Let me get y'all these real quick, right? Y'all, while we out here, you know what I'm saying? While we out here, y'all can go ahead and hit that Cash App. We need everything y'all can get, you know what I'm saying? It's hard out here, man. Nigga grinding, baby on the way, businesses. It's a whole lot, man. You know what I'm saying? Time gone. Salute Fam West TV. What up? Ed Bell, salute, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody, man. We gonna get into this content, though. You know what I'm saying? Share, hit that like button on y'all way in. 504 Street Stories, then drop the content. I already had some other content. So we gonna run through all of that shit. Hopefully we'll be done about 11:30. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it 2 hours or less. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get to, and people been sending me all kind of content. We got content for days. I just don't be having the time, but I find time for my peoples, though. You know what I'm saying? At least y'all could do it. Bang that like button. Like taking your chucks off when you walk into a gangster's house. You know what I'm saying? A form of respect. You know what I'm saying? What up? Kurt Hoolum, salute. Rock 2515, man, salute. Oh, man, what's up, world? Hashtag the union. Oh, it's nasty work. The union up in here. Kurt Hoolum up in here. You know what I'm saying? It's some nasty work. I know the good people going to come up in here once they see the content is content. Matter of fact, let's get to that real quick, right? We not even going to play with y'all. We not going to wait for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We going to get to the content I got lined up. But first, we finna get into this 504. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, it's some good. Ain't no fun when the union got the gun. Oh yeah, the union on BS, man. Hey yo, Salute to the union, man. Scalers Los Angeles TV, my brother. Babe, but look, if they ain't here, my bad. I'm gonna be sharing the link. So y'all just gotta bear with me, right? But we finna get into this good old content. You know what I'm saying? Exposing the never talked about snitch in the Big U case. Oh, you thought we wasn't when we was? 504. I didn't even get to watch all this. Let's go.
Longtime leader of the Rollin' 60s Crip Street Gang. And now he's in custody for racketeering crimes that include the murder of rapper Rayshawn Williams.
Catch me on the west.
New details this afternoon about the man accused of being a longtime leader of the Rollin' 60s Crips gang. Eugene Henley Jr. has become known in recent years for his charity work to reduce gang violence. Now the FBI is accusing him of running a criminal enterprise that committed a series of crimes, including a murder back in 2021.
There is one man standing between Big U and a murder conviction. Not a gun, not a body cam, not a fingerprint on a trigger. The surveillance footage from the studio that night is gone, and the government's own theory is that Big U had it destroyed. But the federal government has left. The only thing keeping their homicide narrative alive is a security guard says he saw a man walk through a door at 2:30 a.m. drenched in sweat. That security guard is Michael Sherwood.
Michael Sherwood.
Government calls him Witness 1.
This week we're joined by Chief Operations Officer Michael Sherwood. What's been your most challenging situation in this role?
I would say expectations. Here at SK, we don't want to just meet your expectations, we want to exceed them.
And then what do you look for when promoting someone into leadership?
Their
Let me get this together.
honesty, their integrity, and their communication.
His role in this case is one specific moment. Big U returning to Marley Marl's Las Vegas studio hours after Rayshawn Williams was last seen alive. Soaking wet.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Telling Sherwood he had just came from the gym. Take Sherwood out of this case, and the murder charge has no human anchor. No one who saw Big U after midnight. No one who can speak to where he was or what condition he was in during the window the government says Williams was killed. Just a man who left a studio and came back 2 hours later. That is the whole thread, and Michael Sherwood is the only one holding it. Now here is what the government did not want you to find out about Michael Sherwood, but they buried in a single sentence in the wiretap application and hope nobody would dig into. Sherwood has been in federal courtrooms before. He has been the government's most important witness before. And the last time they put him at the center of a federal prosecution, it fell apart completely. Not after a long trial, not after the defense finished presenting their side. It collapsed before the defense ever stood up to say a word. The same man, the same role, a different defendant, and a record that says everything about who Michael Sherwood really is.
Get these likes up.
Before Sherwood ever set foot in Marley Marl's studio, before he became Witness 1 in a federal RICO case, he had already built a track record that follows him everywhere he goes. He worked security. That was his profession. He was the man you hired to protect your property, your assets, your business. And at every single job he held, he helped himself to whatever he could reach. At a company called Bedrock, he stole $60,000, not a little at a time, where you might argue he got away from him. $60,000 gone from.
So the government got one dude that's trying to put Big U at the scene of the studio before and after Rayshawn Williams was picked up and or found missing. He states Big U was drenched in sweat, and Big U, he asked him why he was sweating, and he told him he just left the gym. Maybe Big U never even showed up. Or maybe Big U went to Sin City and was beating something up and just didn't want everybody to know he was doing something outside his marriage. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes I come up out there drenched too. You know what I'm saying? I beat pussy up. So I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? So, but they got this government witness come to find out this ain't his first time working with the federal authorities in an investigation. In fact, he himself was under investigation from stealing from his employers 60 bands. Don't play with my money. Oh, this dude's a crud. The caucasity of this mountaineer. He gets hired as a job as a security guard, and he's stealing from his bosses. A vigilante, a thug. Don't let the blue eyes and blonde hair fool you. Let's get to it. Nasty work.
His employees' accounts, redirected it to his own pockets. When he got caught, he called it mismanagement. People who called him called it what it was and made him sign a repayment agreement. You do not sign a $60,000 repayment agreement over a misunderstanding. You signed one because you took the money, and everyone in the room knows it. At the next gig, Superior Protection Services, he had a company credit card in his hand, and he used it like it was his own. Over $5,000 in personal charges run through a business account. He threw himself a barbecue on his employer's dime. When it came to return the company's equipment, he refused to do it during business hours. He came back at the dark, popped the gear off when nobody was watching. Then there was the Hannah Ashby gig, overnight security. His whole purpose was to be there, be present, and make sure nothing happened to that property while everyone else was asleep. Unknown people showed up in the middle of the night and walked out with items. Sherwood lit them. Then he left at 3:30 a.m. in the morning. When the boss called to find out where he was, Sherwood did not answer.
Oh man, this nigga getting fired on his day off. Nigga, how they stealing from the thing and you ain't answering the phone, you sleep or you ain't on the scene? This nigga's a goofy. Or he lining all these places up. Sound like Dale Morrison lining his own places up. Woo, where do they find these informants?
He was asleep, and then there was the car. His last employer had a white Cadillac Escalade go missing. No explanation, no permission granted. Sherwood had just taken it, drove it to a motel in Torrance, and left it there. When his employee threatened to call the police, Sherwood admitted what he had done, and the call was...
Hold on. He going to hotels. He stole a car to go to hotels in Torrance. This nigga buying pussy, bro. This is the security guard that stole the Escalade from his employers and dumps it at a hotel in Torrance. He all fucking. I wonder if that's how Molly Mall and them corrupted him. CS2 back in Molly Mall and them. They probably got this nigga doing some outlandish shit in one of them sex chambers at Molly Mall Mansion. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some underage shit. You know, them dudes is tree jumpers, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, CS2 back did try to groom an 8-year-old girl. I'm just saying.
Was retrieved. 4 jobs, 4 times property disappeared from his care. 4 times he either took something, let something walk, or abandoned his post when he was supposed to be the one making sure none of that happened. Think about that when you remember that the government's entire story in the Big U case is that surveillance footage was removed from Marley Marl's Las Vegas studio. The man they positioned as a reliable witness to what happened at the studio is a man with a documented history of exactly that. Property disappearing on his watch, evidence going missing, and someone else getting blamed for it. A Las Vegas figure named Fred Kalilian had a problem. A filmmaker named Juan Esco had been following him for years, building a documentary that Kalilian believed was going to end him publicly. He could not stop it legally. He could not stop it through intimidation. So he went to his bodyguard, Michael Sherwood, and made him an offer he couldn't refuse. $20,000 to kill Esco, plus a promise to take care of Sherwood and his daughter for the rest of their lives. Sherwood took the meeting, listened to the offer, and then called Esco and told him everything. What followed was not a noble act of civic duty. Sherwood and Esco saw an opportunity and they took it. They cooked up a scheme to drain Kalilian out of as much money as they could before going to the Fed. Esco staged a fake murder scene, laid out, photographed himself like he was dead, and sent the image to Sherwood. Sherwood forwarded to Kalilian and watched the money move. $3,000 came within minutes, another $3,500 the same day. They had staged the murder and were getting paid for it in real time. When they had taken enough, Sherwood went to the FBI. He got wired up, made recorded calls.
So this man knows about staging murders. What a coinky dink. You got this federal informant that's working with Marley Marl, who's working with CS2 back, and who else is working with Dale Morrison, who else is working with Loose Coochie Ashley to frame Big U. And it just so happens Marley Marl claims he wasn't there, but this security guard who has a history of framing murders for payments. If you got the money, he'll frame somebody for the murder. And this is the FBI's key witness in connecting Eugene Henley Jr. to the murder of R.W. Big U coming home. Big U coming home, nigga. 504 Street. Hey, check this out. Free draws in the chat, nigga. Big U coming on. Hey, these bitch ass niggas framed the homie and they got a mountaineer to do it. Oh, this is nasty work. Reasonable doubt. Jay-Z can't knock the hustle.
And Kalilian got arrested in the parking lot in Las Vegas, thinking he had just got paid to have a man killed.
A former business partner of Paris Hilton has been charged here in Las Vegas federal court with plotting to kill a filmmaker and trying to prevent a witness from testifying at his trial. An incident filed yesterday that report accusing 51-year-old Fred Kalilian of one count of murder for hire and also one count of conspiracy to witness tamper. He opened Club Paris with Paris Hilton, we're told, in Orlando, Florida, back in 2005. Kalilian is also accused of hiring a hitman to kill a filmmaker named Juan Esco, who was apparently making an unflattering documentary about him. Now, prosecutors allege that he hired a bodyguard who lived here in Las Vegas to kill Esco for $20,000. Instead, though, that bodyguard apparently staged photographs to make it appear that he had done the job. Kalilian was arrested at a Dunkin' Donuts restaurant here in Las Vegas. He is accused of trying to pay the bodyguard $400,000 to recant prior statements that he made to police. Kalilian's trial set to begin February 5th.
The case got thrown out in California on a technicality, wrong venue. Kalilian was out of the country when the call happened. It was refiled in Nevada and moved toward trial. While Kalilian sat in custody waiting, he made calls from the jail, trying to get Sherwood to walk back his story. Associates was sent. $400,000 was offered if Sherwood changed his account. Sherwood told the FBI about that too. Kalilian pleaded guilty to witness tampering. The murder for hire charge got dropped as part of the deal. He walked out on time served. But before that plea, there was a trial in California. And in that trial, Michael Sherwood sat in the witness chair and told his story. And the defense broke it apart piece by piece until there was nothing left standing. During the FBI's investigation.
So we got to break that down. So this nigga set up, allegedly, well, this is what the documents is saying, that he set up a dude who wanted to pay him some money to knock down somebody. He takes the money and then he goes and plays both sides. He gets money from the other dude and they try to get as much money as they could up out of him. And then they go tell the feds after they done bamboozled them for money. Now, mind you, this dude already got a history of stealing money, 60 bands from his employer. This dude's a crook, right? Then he go tell the feds after, hey, this dude paid me some money to knock him down, right? To knock old boy down. In the midst of all of that, he gets some more payments because he was allegedly bribed. The dude even took a bribe charge. And because this nigga told him that he took a bribe, but the nigga still changed his story. Changed his story. And the dude get off. So what he won't do for a bag, what you won't do, you do for cash. Huh. Free draws, man. Hey, listen, man. We finna shake the streets back up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all thought y'all was gonna take a prominent black man, a leader out of the community because y'all was scared. And y'all sick them mountaineers on him. And this is the guy y'all came with. Great choice. Appreciate it. Bozo. Bang that like button if y'all ain't here. This is great, bro. This is their witness on the murder. Man, now wonder Big U been pressing to go to speedy trial, nigga. Nigga, he know that this nigga lying. Nigga, this shit is a rap like Reynolds, nigga. This a rap like Turbans, nigga. Let's go,
And into Kalilian, Sherwood had deleted messages off his own phone, 28 of them gone from exchanges in March of 2023. Those messages told a story Sherwood did not want told. They showed money Kalilian had sent him for rent being reframed as murder payments. They showed a version of events that did not match what Sherwood would testify to. When the defense asked about those missing messages, Sherwood pointed across the courtroom and said Lillian deleted them. The FBI had already run a cell bite extraction on the phone. The extraction proved those messages were deleted from Sherwood's phone by Sherwood on his own timeline. Kalilian had never touched them. He destroyed the evidence, then blamed the man he was testifying against. The FBI's own technology exposed him in front of that jury. And then came the phone call. The entire Kalilian prosecution came down to one call on March 16th, the moment Kalilian allegedly pulled Sherwood into the murder for hire.
Oh, this is nasty.
In front of the jury, Sherwood placed that call at 3:40 in the afternoon, said it lasted 2 minutes. The defense showed Sherwood an interview he had given months earlier. Same call, 30 minutes long, not 2, 11:30 at night, not 3:40 in the afternoon like he said. Multiple people present trying to calm Kalilian down. His own wife overhearing it from across the room. Then they showed him another recorded conversation with a different time entirely. Then they showed him his own text message to Esco, timestamp 9:44 in the evening on March 16th, sent right after the call he claimed happened hours earlier in the middle of the afternoon. Sherwood claimed under oath that he had said all of these things, and on redirect, he offered a new explanation that had never appeared anywhere in any statement or prior testimony. Maybe there had been 2 separate calls that day. Defense sat down. They did not call a single witness, and the judge granted the motion to dismiss the case entirely. A federal prosecution built on Michael Sherwood's testimony elapsed before the other side ever had to speak. When federal agents applied for permission to wiretap Big U's phone, he described Michael Sherwood in the affidavit in one sentence. He had misappropriated money from employers and paid back a civil judgment. That is it. One sentence. They did not mention the other 4 employers. Not 6.
See, this is the shit why they say justice is blind, and I say that's bullshit, right? Before I get to that, shortstop in the field podcast say all these witnesses and informants all have a few things in common. They all tied to CS2. They all got allegations, and they all have a history for working with them people illegally. And they all framing Big U. Nasty work. This is nasty work, bro. But the assistant United States attorney, which would be the DA in the state, the U.S. attorney, assistant U.S. attorney on this case withheld back this key information when presenting this to the jury. See, there's a reason why we have the right to confront all witnesses against, because a statement is a statement and those are allegations. But until those statements survive the crux of cross-examination, the jury cannot decide what the facts of the matter is. They cannot decide the context of what the facts is. The framers of the Constitution of the United States implemented the Sixth Amendment just for this reason. Of course, Big U want a speedy trial. Nigga, I'm finna eat this nigga up. He lying. Nigga, I wasn't there. I ain't told that nigga nothing about me being at the gym. Nigga, I can't wait to get my day in court. Because once you get to filtering out the lies and exaggeration and misinterpretations, then what looked like the government held so highly in regard might not be held so highly by the jurors. Things that were said to the grand jury and accepted as fact without cross-examination are now looked at as plausible. Even in the worst case scenario, as fabrication and perjury. And it's just so, wait till this finish and I'll get back into that. Oh yeah, this is great. Let's go.
60,000 stolen from Bedrock, not the barbecue he charged Suge Company called, not the 28 text messages he deleted from his own phone and blamed the defendant, not the FBI technology that proved he was lying, not the 4 different times and 4 different durations he gave for the most important phone call in his prior federal prosecution, not the fact that last time he stood as the government's primary witness, the judge threw the case out before the defense said a word. There is a legal principle called the Franks Doctrine. If a wiretap affidavit left out material facts that would have mattered to a judge deciding whether to sign, a defendant can challenge whether the surveillance ever should have been authorized. The defense knows what was left out of that affidavit. They're going to walk into that courtroom in February of 2027 with a federal record on Michael Sherwood that the government tried to summarize in one sentence.
Most people think if a judge approves a wiretap, that the wiretap application was checked to make sure it was accurate. And of course, I'm here to tell you that that belief is worth questioning. And this is a topic in a RICO case here in LA. But let's back up a little bit. There's a United States Supreme Court case called Franks v. Delaware. And it exists.
We already did the gender reveal. It's a boy.
For a very simple reason. Because if a judge was not given the full truth, then that approval of that wiretap shouldn't stand. When the government asks a judge for permission to listen to someone's private phone calls, the government submits a sworn statement. The judge reads it and obviously trusts it and then signs it. But that statement is only as reliable as what the government's special agent chose to put in it. Think about it like this. Imagine a referee changes the final call of a championship game after only seeing one camera angle. The crowd reacts. The score changes. The game ends. But later everyone finds out there were other camera angles and the referee never saw them. The game was decided on that call. Would people say the result still counts? Probably not. Because fairness requires a full replay. And that's what a Frank's hearing is about. It asks whether the judge saw the full story or only the story that supported the government's narrative of events, or the government story. And if important facts were left out, facts that would have changed whether the application was approved or not, then the law says that evidence can be challenged. Because what would be the point of having rules for wiretaps if half-truth could be used even after the full truth comes out? So back to the RICO case here in LA. The first production of Discovery had approximately 30,000 phone calls. 30,000. Thousands of private conversations because one judge trusted the information he was given. That nothing important was being left unsaid. So if a court finds that material things were left out and those omissions mattered, then suppressing those wiretaps is not some technical loophole. It's the Constitution doing exactly what it was designed to do. But let's all remember the Constitution only protects people when someone is willing to enforce it. Attorney Jasmine in LA. Information, never specific legal advice.
How Big U has been in pretrial federal custody. Jabari Henley, 34 years old, known as Baby Huey, was shot and killed outside a smoke shop on Figueroa Street in South Los Angeles. Someone pulled up in the vehicle. Jabari walked toward it. Whoever was inside opened fire and left. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
New details on a shooting we first brought you yesterday morning. A man killed in South LA on Halloween night is the son of a former rap executive and alleged former gang leader.
34-year-old Jabari Henley is the son of Eugene Henley, better known as Big U. Eugene Henley once managed Nipsey Hussle and is alleged to be the former leader of the Rollin' 60s Crips gang. Police say Jabari was shot and killed near Figueroa and 69th Street after he walked up to a vehicle and someone inside opened fire before driving off. Police say his father's gang ties are a major part of the investigation.
Big U found out about his son while sitting inside the Metropolitan Detention Center, with a trial date more than a year away. The government is trying to put Big U in prison for the rest of his life. The murder allegation is the sharpest edge of a 43-count indictment that covers extortion, trafficking, fraud, and racketeering, and they built that murder charge on Michael Sherwood, a man who has never held a job without taking something that did not belong to him, a man who deleted his own evidence and pointed the finger at the man he was supposed to be testifying against, a man who gave 4 different versions of the same phone call and kept adding new ones every time the prior version collapsed, a man whose last major federal appearance ended with the case being dismissed before the other side put on a single witness. That is who the government chose, knowing everything, choosing him anyway.
So the case got dismissed before they put on any other witness because this dude done blew the case. The nigga got more priors than Richard, man. He already blowing cases. And this is who they trying to use to put the murder on Big U. This is crazy.
U has not been convicted of anything, but Michael Sherwood has already been exposed in a federal courtroom under oath on the transcript that is not going anywhere. That record existed before the government ever brought it to Los Angeles. They read it. They decided it did not matter. They put him on a stand anyway. February 2027, the defense is going to make sure the jury reads it too.
In life, growth doesn't happen.
Man, 504 Street News, you know what I'm saying? Street Chronicles and Worldwide News, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Street Chronicles Worldwide, you know what I'm saying? The brother went and put that together, a masterpiece, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go over there and hit that like button on this shit. Share, hype them up, man. Let them know that the Damu and Kiwe conversation sent y'all. Y'all go run that one back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go run that one back. This is what Big U was fighting. And the U.S. attorney didn't want the court to know that this mountaineer was just like his colonizing ancestors. Rob, steal, lie, pillage the land. This is some real nasty work, man. Miss Inglewood Blue, salute. Yeah, man, this is nasty. Y'all share, hit that like button, Let's get them likes up. So let me tell y'all a little bit more about him. So once my boy told me he was dropping this, he gave me a little bit, but he showed me the thumbnail and he gave me the gist of going on it. It wasn't as expensive as this. I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? But I seen the thumbnail and the name came up. You know what I'm saying? The name came up. So I said, well, let me go ahead and see what I could find about this dude. The Damu Kiwe sent me. Exactly. You know what I mean? Feds had Big U, whole fam phones wiretapped and under surveillance 24/7, but don't know who killed baby Huey, do they? Then they put the complaint he shouldn't go to the funeral because he didn't go to Rayshawn cover up. This is crazy. Why does the whack boy have a Kiwe tour after trying to sink you? Right. And the cold thing about it, they all still dealing with him. Hey, listen, I'm going to keep it a buck. Some of you Crips in LA, some of the sorriest representation, you niggas is goofies. You niggas is, y'all niggas, now Ann Hefe in jail, and they're trying, Adam is insinuating that it's crazy that Wax said something about a DP, and then Ann Hefe told him, man, that nigga talking to a nigga in my hood that's steadily doing that, he trying to get some niggas locked up. Right? This is what's going on. And these niggas is still hanging with him. And I warned young Ann Hefe. Matter of fact, we're going to get into that too. But Mike Sherwood, Silver State Law Enforcement Academy, never above. He's law enforcement stealing bread. He's an agent. Never above you, never below you, always beside you. He lives in Henderson. Y'all know who else lived in Henderson? Me. CS2 back. Oh, yeah, it's a bunch of us lived in Henderson. Money Mayweather mama. But anyway, I'm a dedicated security professional with a strong background in uniformed services, contract security, executive protection, and diplomatic security. I bring hands-on experience in managing, budgeting, payroll, scheduling, hiring, and training functions to ensure operational excellence, known for maintaining high standards of professionalism. High standards of professionalism? Nigga, this nigga lying in his motherfucking LinkedIn bio. Nigga, you just stole 60 bands from your employers. Then you stole their truck and left it at a hotel in Torrance, California. Nigga, then you lied. Then this nigga is this the nigga that they finna put on the stand against Big U? Known for maintaining high standards of professionalism and efficiency, I support organizational growth through strategic planning, team leadership, and a commitment to client safety and satisfaction. And then what gave him up to let me know that this was him, it tells you that between May 2020 and August 2021, he was director of security for Jamal Rashid. Do y'all know who Jamal Rashid is? Do y'all understand what the fuck is going on? He was endorsed by 2 people last 6 months. Oh yeah, they vouching for him and everything. He could steal and all kinds of stuff. They ain't tripping. Let's see who endorsed him. Oh, it's not showing Lockheed Martin. But yeah, do y'all know who Jamal Rashid is? Let's see if we could Google this and see what comes up. Jamal Rashid, Las Vegas. Let's see what comes up when we go to Jamal Rashid. Oh, what a coinky dink. Let's go ahead and go straight to Google. Marley Marl. He's the security guard for Jamal Rashid. That's Marley Marl. This is the first thing that popped up when I Googled it. This ain't nothing confidential. You know what I'm saying? This is what leads me to believe that 504 did some great journalistic research and he found out who witness one in Las Vegas was Rashid, Jamal Rashid of Las Vegas. Oh, ain't that CS2 back brother? Ain't that what he called him? Oh, this is some nasty work. Let's see what the chat talk about. Let's get interactive. I'm going to put the thing in the chat for anybody who want to come chop it up. I got some content we're going to run, but this right here, this is groundbreaking. See, a lot of these so-called YouTubers ain't real journalists. They don't know good content if you slap them over the head with it. They wouldn't even know how to break this down. You know what I'm saying? He about to throw all the Crips in a Great Rico. The tour bus probably tapped. Raider Q, salute, bro. I lived in Henderson before twice, 2 different times. The first time I lived in Silverado Ranch. Oh, that ain't too far from me. The second time I lived on Green Valley and Rainbow. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't too far from me. Y'all want to see where I lived at? Marley Marl. Yeah, dang. They're freaking with them boys. They're freaking with them boys. They freaking with them boys. Listen, bro, this is some nasty work. I dropped the link down there. I would love to dialogue with y'all today and see what y'all seeing from this. What the F? Paris Hilton? Yeah, listen, this goes. Can't post messages to some channels. Supported platforms. Okay, that's okay. We cool. We ain't tripping off none of that. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We got the good people up in here, though. So, look, let me show you where I lived at real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because why they say Duse M is broke? Why they say Duse M is broke? I damn sure broke now. I pay bills now, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I got responsibilities and shit, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like it used to be, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't got it like I used to got it, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what they talking about. Let's go here. Oh, they didn't do it. Let me go over here. Boom. I see what I did. Then we're going to get into this content. You know, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what they talking about, man. Let's see what they talking about. You want to know where I live? That Mike B? Not too far from you, brother. Bang that like button. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You want to see where I was living? Empire. Yeah. Right there. She was right in front of my house. I live right in front of the pool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just saying, my nigga. What's 2 pools? You know what I'm saying? Game room. We was on up there. Cash out. You know what I mean? I just got that, Mike B. Appreciate that, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's luxurious smart homes. All the amenities. You know what I'm saying? This is the office. Okay? This is the office. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all some more. This is the pool area. You know what I'm saying? Palm tree. You dig? Look like something from how I'm living, don't it? The weight room. They don't show the pool table and all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? They come get your trash. They groom a dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro. Y'all can't keep hating on the nigga. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? I was in witness protection for 14 years. Nigga. You know how many been in my house, nigga, in 7 Hills, nigga, we was turning up. Yeah, man. But look, back to the content. Oh, Michael Sherwood. So this is the guy that they put in the murder case on. He was director of security for Jamal Rashid. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, you got to look at this dude and see that he got some real serious issues when it comes to character. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the government don't want to come in. They don't think that the jurors should know these things about this man. Obviously. Because all the...
We're joined by Chief Operations Officer Michael Sherwood. What's been your most challenging situation in this role?
I would say expectations. Here at SK, we don't want to just meet your expectations, we want to exceed them.
And then what do you look for when promoting someone into leadership?
Their honesty, their integrity, and their communication. We want to make sure that all three align with our motto, with our ideology, and make sure that they fit for a good position and a good role for our clients' expectations as well.
And then what does safety with a smile look like from your seat?
It's always be personable. We have to make sure that we're always treating everybody, whether it's somebody that shouldn't be on a property or somebody that should, with customer service. You know, there's always sayings that you get a lot more bang for your buck if you're nicer to people than if you're rude. So having that smile, it could really change.
So whether they're supposed to be on the property or not, you treat them with respect. He says this is the way that professionals supposed to exceed and put a smile on their client's face. You know what I'm saying? This is what this man said. You know what I'm saying? And then let me see where it's at. Is this it? Is this it? No, that ain't it. Let me go grab that real quick. You know what I'm saying? He said, thank you. Everything donated to the Damu Kiwe conversations appreciated, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, if they're supposed to be on the property or not, you treat them with respect. I wonder if he walked the walk or is he just talking the talk? You know what I'm saying? Well, I got a surprise for y'all. Woo! Witnessing Big U's Rico case, security guard. Look at him in rare motherfucking form. he know how to treat somebody. Be on
Security, it's what we're here for.
You haven't identified yourself.
I'm property security. I'm with Front Range Patrol.
This security guard just threatened to detain. He's a real police officer.
So I'm going to ask you one last time, are you refusing to leave the property or identify your residency?
I'm about to go to the store. Who are you, dude?
Property security, it's what we're here for.
You haven't identified yourself.
I'm property security. I'm with Front Range Patrol.
I don't know
33.
What's your name?
I don't have to give you my name. I'm not a police officer. You don't pay my paycheck. My taxes don't do nothing about me. But I'm asking you to step out of the vehicle now, man.
You're going to open my vehicle?
Absolutely.
I'm about to go to the store.
Well, it's too late for that now.
You open my door, man.
Just when it seemed like the situation was over, this wannabe cop had to come back for round 2.
If I see your car in the parking lot again, it will be towed. You understand?
No, I don't, but okay.
No, it will.
I hear you.
This security guard just threatened to detain someone, thinking he's a real police officer.
So I'm going to ask you one last time, are you refusing to leave the property or identify your residency?
I'm about to go to the store. Who are you, dude?
Property security, it's what we're here for.
You haven't identified yourself.
I'm property security. I'm with Front Range Patrol.
I don't know
33.
What's your name?
I don't have to give you my name. I'm not a police officer. You don't pay my paycheck. My taxes don't do nothing about me. But I'm asking you to step out.
Your taxes don't do nothing about
my vehicle?
Absolutely.
And he up to the store.
Well, it's too late for that now.
Small man complex.
Just when it seemed like the situation was over, this wannabe cop had to come back for round 2.
If I see your car in the parking lot again, it will be towed. You understand?
No, I don't, but okay.
No, it will.
I hear you.
This security guard just threatened.
Oh, shit. This is the nigga they finna have in court on the stand against Big U. He says that you gotta treat everybody with respect. He didn't even want his name. He opened the dude car. You know what I'm saying? He opened the dude car door. You ain't the police. The police ain't even supposed to open your door. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's some kind of felony, what you call it. And he come up here questioning this man. What are you doing here? Park while black. Goes to Bandera, salute. You know what I'm saying? This is what's going on. The security guard snitch, informant, alleged informant in the Big U case. Speaking of Big U lawyer. Okay, Craig. In the Big U case, just went viral for lying. And then, this is going to be a circus. But enough of that. We know what y'all came for. We going to give it to y'all. I can give it to you, but what you going to do with it? Young and Hefe didn't listen to me. I warned all y'all about CS2 back. And y'all choose to turn and look the other way. See that man wouldn't jail on my worst enemy? But when you make up your bed, you got to sleep in it, bro. You got to keep these squares up out your circle. Let's go.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the Finally, somebody put CS2 back on the spot, down at his place of employment over at No Jumper. The other day, he sat on the panel with Lush One and Aunt Hefe. Shout out to Aunt Hefe, because he finally did what none of these other podcasters seem to have the guts to do. He asked Porky directly about the whole CS2 back situation. And let me tell you, it's hilarious watching what happens after that. Because Porky does what he always does. Lies, deflects, and spins the conversation in another direction. This man is still out here lying with a straight face. So after you watch this, do yourself a favor. Go check that paperwork. Get familiar with it. That way, next time Porky tries to spin you with one of his classic stories, you can spin it right back on him and watch him fumble through a whole new lie. Let's get into it.
But now guess what happens? Soon as something start going on with Aunt Hood, and and he the one getting the money, you know what the other side say? We got to knock Ant down. He the bad. Guess what that Damu gonna do? Hey, Ant, them niggas running your name, because get low. Up your security. He don't want nothing to happen to Ant. He making money with that. This how this work. I done been on yards. Me and Youngster from 6 Deuce East Coast. Ran from 8-9 East Coast. Our relationship from Scooter from neighborhood 40s. Our relationships come from them walking in the unit. Damu's is deep. They bang, they set. Niggas say they got us one. I'm like, nah, homie. Nah, he back. Y'all gonna give him a one-on-one. Big Fish from 6-0 did it to me my first trip to the penitentiary as a punk. No mustache. Delano. I'm the only day he picked me up in Central Juvenile Hall on the Goose. I didn't even know who Fish was. Yeah. Everybody whoop saying where they from. Niggas like, we got us one. I jump up. Big Fish jumped up. He like, man, this nigga look like he old enough to be my son. He gonna claim, nigga, give him a head up. Now, which one of y'all gonna get out with this small youngster and risk going to the yard saying you got knocked out by a teenager? Ain't finna, he did that for me. Scooter, rest in peace, from neighborhood 40s. My dumbass homie is in their neighborhood. A broad that invited him to the party. He showed up with red house slippers, red belt. He ends up in the alley on his knees like this. They saw the tag. Scooter say, you from 2Ps? Yeah. You know Wack? Yeah. What's his real name? Cash Jones. All right, get up out of here. Tell Wack Scooter send his regards. Yeah, right? So where I come from, bro, like, my politics I'm always dealing with something here, there, and everywhere, because that's what's gonna keep you alive or keep you up. Sure.
So that's why you have the badge. Now it makes sense.
No, but this badge right here is, I want to get a bet, man. I just want to get it, because y'all can expose Wack. $5,000. We put the badge, I open it up live on No Jumper, and you might be the one to expose Wack.
So I kind of want to ask a question. It's kind of like off topic, right? Because I want to ask this question because I be getting a lot of, which I don't really care, but I'm still asking because I be getting a lot of backlash. People in my comments, people coming to my Instagram channel, they be searching far and wide to tell me that I'm compromised, one, because I'm on No Jumper, you know what I'm saying, sitting across from Adam, and then they be trying to say I'm compromised because I'm sitting next to an informant. So, I mean, because I did an interview with an informant. They be trying.
This was nasty work. Y'all remember this? Wait. He said they be trying to say that I'm compromised because I'm on No Jumper. I'm sitting next to Adam. Dude, salute. Every king deserves a castle for his queen and his family. What's happening, family? Brothers and sisters, how you doing today? I pray everybody having a blessed day today, man. We having a blessed day. I'm enjoying myself after a long day of work. I came to kick it with y'all, man. The greatest people on planet Earth, Damu Kiwe. Conversation, and it ain't nothing without y'all. Believe that. And thank you, Stacy Taggart, for always bringing that energy. You right. But look, y'all remember this? Young and Hefe told them they think I'm compromised and because I'm sitting next to an informant. Who's an informant? Who's an informant? The nigga sitting next to him. Look. Deuce, thanks. Do you and the missus have a P.O. box? Congratulations. Now, we don't got a P.O. box. We got we do got, what's that? I think it's an Amazon. Yeah, it's an Amazon or Walmart. I think it's an Amazon little link or whatever. People been ordering stuff from there. Next live, I'll make sure I reshare it because I don't know where the link at. But yeah, she 8 months now. We gonna have the baby shower real soon too. So he talk about shit and was never there. Hey, bro, dude, if none of y'all is tripping off of this nigga telling him that they saying that he's CS2 back. Who was the ones that had a cyber war with Young and Hefe and the Western Gargoyle, nigga, St. Andrews Gargoyle, nigga. We had a cyber war because he tried to say CS2 back. Wasn't CS2 back? Deuce tried to warn him about CS2 back. But free Ant for real, King Buck Wild. Nigga wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? And he's not that. We got over our little cyber beef or whatever you want to call it, cyber dispute. You know what I'm saying? But this was hilarious. Yeah, the registry. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to remind me tomorrow.
I'm trying to say you an informant.
But okay, well listen. But okay,
Porky that he's been catching heat because people are saying he's sitting next to an informant. And yes, he was talking about Porky himself. Now, listen closely to how Porky responds to that. Because instead of clearing the air and shutting it down with facts, Porky, in classical fashion, completely deflects the topic to Rick Ross. This is classic pork loinin' right here.
But okay, well listen. I called Rick Ross. I told Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky, use an informant. Right?
Sure.
Yeah. He told me to go get the paperwork.
For sure.
I went and got to work. I sent him to work. I got to work. I put the work up. This is it.
So you wasn't cool with Rick the last
time?
Yeah,
we was.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what's crazy. We was doing something on Big Meech on my StreamYard, I think. So after we was running it, this is what's crazy. Loose Cannon says, Freeway Rick a snitch too. I say, man, that nigga told on the police. I don't care about that. If you Google right now, Freeway Rick snitch on police, it'll pop up. Whack 100 defends Freeway Rick on this, right? He said, no, Ohio, New York, the plug was in Miami. He sends it. So when he sent it, I read it. It's on my YouTube channel right now, right? Yeah. So that's why it was funny the other day.
When Vlad called.
No, this is funny the other day when Loose Cannon calls Freeway Rick. Man, I heard what he tried to do to you. You the that sent the work. We never even knew about it. So now I had to get with the exposers, tell them go search Ohio, pull the work and send it. And they sent it. I sent it to Bro, because I seen Bro run his clip. Bro was taking the stand that I took. But like, the police, we don't care about that. Yeah. I didn't care about that, right? I don't care about dead bodies. I die and you go to jail. And you can use me to get out of jail, put it on me. Hey, I'm gone.
Listen, you know why he said that?
Oh, you told, that's telling. You told on the dead body.
Why he said that? Because Young Hefe told him that niggas is saying he's snitching. He's sitting next to an informant, right? And so Whack 100's conscious, because he was caught off guard, is letting you know, hey, look, man, if I get caught, if you get caught and I'm dead, put the murder on me. Because that's what he's saying he did. He's saying that's all he did. And what he's talking about is Poochie for Fruittown Piru, killing the notorious B.I.G. See, Porky the Pig pay Rue, or should I say, Porky the Pig buy Rue. You know what I'm saying? That's where Detective Greg Kading reinforced his theory about who killed the notorious B.I.G. And that theory brought just enough doubt that the LAPD wouldn't have to pay the family and estate of Christopher Wallace $400 million. Upward of $400 million. He gave Greg Kading what he needed. Him and Tanisha Swan point fingers at Suge Knight and Poochie. Poochie's dead. Suge is never charged. And that's why Whack 100, when questioned about being an informant, subconsciously is telling Ant what's going on. What's going on?
No, I'm going home. I'm gone. They can't charge me. Right? So I sent it to him. This ain't the police you telling on. These is drug connects in New York and Ohio and Miami, shit like that. I fuck with Freeway. I said, bro, I didn't dig into it because I didn't really want to. Every now and then I do some bitch ass nigga shit. Every now and then I do some bitch ass nigga shit. Every now and then I do some bitch ass nigga shit. I selected politics. I selected politics. I do. And if you ask me, I'm gonna tell y'all that.
It looks like Porky just threw Love's Boys under the bus. Again. Now remember, Love's Boys has been swearing up and down that they don't selective politic.
Thank you, Stacey.
And all this selective politic niggas is doing, that causes division. Division causes weaknesses. Everybody doing their own thing because niggas selective politic, bro. Niggas are saying this is cool, saying this ain't cool. That causes division. I'm not bending my rules, nigga. I'm gonna stand on my business.
That's been their whole stance from the jump. We expose everybody. But now Porky just admitted that he does selective politic. He chooses who to expose and who to protect. So while they're out here calling themselves exposers, Porky just revealed that if he likes you, your paperwork doesn't see the light of day. This is exactly why I've been saying. His job is to tear down specific people. People who are building something, who have momentum, who might actually be doing something positive. That's who he targets. And now he said it himself. He's selective. He picks and chooses. And in doing that, he just threw Love's Boy's whole narrative in the trash right under the bus. Don't forget, this was Porky's response to Ant, telling him people are saying he's sitting next to an informant. Referring to Porky himself, he has not addressed that at all. Instead, he shifted the conversation.
You know, if I fuck with you, I'll fuck with you. You know
what I do some bitch ass nigga.
You know, some real shit.
So who the fuck put this? So my question is.
So Porky tried to duck the question. But Ant wasn't letting him slide. He didn't let Porky weasel his way out. Porky was clearly trying to run, trying to change the subject, deflect, do what he always does. But Ant brought him right back to the beginning.
Who put this, like, the shit they keep attacking me about?
You are, it's the main streets. It's the main streets. It's the main streets.
So now Porky's basically letting it be known. He knew exactly what Ant was talking about the whole time. This is CS2 back's kryptonite right here. He never wants to touch this topic. He hates it. But this moment right here proves he knew what the question was about. The whole time. And instead of answering it, what did he do? Deflects to Rick Ross.
The CS2 back shit.
That's my, now listen, if you read the paragraph, you read the word, the paragraph, you read the word, the paragraph, you read the word. The word said, whoever this dude is, he's a low-level drug dealer, and he's in fear that his family members in the main streets will be hurt. Okay, for the record.
Porky's been speaking for about 30 seconds. And in that 30 seconds, he's lied twice about both of the things he just said. The paperwork said. Lie number 1. He said the paperwork claims CS2 back was a low-level drug dealer. False. Lie number 2. He said the paperwork claims CS2 back was afraid for his family's life in the main streets. Also false. The paperwork never says a word about CS2 back being any kind of drug dealer whatsoever. That's a complete lie. The paperwork also never says a word about CS2 back's family living in the main. I wasn't gonna do it, but let's read it together.
I thought that the paperwork was fake. What? Which one is it? You can't have it both ways, my nigga. And then you lying about the work. Who lies about the work on them except a nigga who done told? You know?
I want to make sure you guys see how much of a liar Porky is. After we read this, ask yourself, why is Porky lying about what the paperwork says about CS2 back?
He's being deceptive.
CS2 has provided reliable historical information concerning the MSMC organization. However, CS2 is only aware of certain aspects regarding the organization's criminal activities and narcotic distribution network. CS2 has no knowledge or information regarding the methods in which narcotics are being transported to the Los Angeles area and distributed to MSMC gang members. Additionally, CS2 is unable to provide information regarding the narcotic customers, flow of narcotics, proceeds, and methods that they are using to laundering their narcotic proceeds. CS2 is only able to identify a limited number of MSMC gang members. CS2 is unable to provide specific information regarding the organization's extortion activities, methods of monetary collections, and distribution of proceeds. CS2 is also unable to provide any information regarding the MSMC association with other leader of the other large gang organizations. CS2 is able to provide limited information regarding violent assaults committed by the MSMC, including shootings, burglaries, and murders. CS2 is unwilling to testify in court against members of MSMC because CS2 is fearful of retaliation against CS2 and/or CS2's family. CS2 believes that if any member of the MSMC criminal organization becomes aware of CS2's cooperation with law enforcement, the organization will likely orchestrate the execution of CS2. So again, ask yourselves, why is Porky lying about CS2's role in all this? You just saw the paperwork. It never said a word about CS2 selling drugs. So why does Porky keep pushing that false narrative? The document clearly says nothing about CS2's family being in the main streets either. It says CS2 doesn't want to testify because he believes the main streets will organize his execution if they find out he's cooperating. That's his fear. And don't forget, CS2 back lives directly across the street from Stutterbox, who is a known Main Street Mafia crip. So while CS2 back keeps lying, understand he's doing it for a reason. He's doing it because he knows this is about him. Now that you've seen what the paperwork really says, the next time he shows up trying to spin it, don't let him slide. You've seen the truth with your own eyes.
I've stepped foot in a lot of hoods, even your hood. Yeah. Right? I have never been on the ground with my feet in the main streets. I've driven through.
Oh, this is that.
Right? But I've never been. I know a bunch of them.
What a cop would say.
I go to the east side.
What a jailhouse informant? You jailhouse informants pass hearsay to detectives and all kind of shit. What that got to do with you not having nothing to do with that?
I came in and put everybody on the wall. You're too late. Now we taking a $5,000 bet.
Porky keeps running his mouth about that $5,000 bet. Next time you see him, flip it on him. Tell him this. I've got a $100,000 bet that you can't show anywhere in that paperwork where it says CS2 back was a low-level drug dealer, or any kind of drug dealer, period. Let's see if he takes that bet. Spoiler, he won't, because it's not in there, and he knows it.
About the badge, whoever sends the money in, Adam's going to guarantee the money because he can take it from me, and I'm going to show the badge wide open on No Jumper. If you think it's a cop badge, send it in, get you some clout.
Notice the way Porky took the conversation away from CS2 back, and he's back to talking about that badge again. Pay attention to how comfortable he is when he brings up the badge, and how uncomfortable he gets when it's time to talk about being CS2 back. That shift tells you everything.
Hey, so Aaron,
I've been having this bad for 7 years. So
I was thinking we were about to talk about this on the podcast, and so you're airing
I
it all out here.
we haven't. You can part of it.
I've been spoke about it. So basically, you know, I went back and forth with a few dudes that supposed to be street dudes, and some dudes is unknown. So basically, they got mad at me because I sat down with Wax.
But here goes the thing, man. Did they get mad at you because you sat down with me? Or they get mad at you because Adam giving you an opportunity is gonna boost you and
this before Adam gave
and sitting down with Wax.
This before Adam gave
and sitting down with Wax.
As you can see, Ant's gearing up to bring it up again. And Porky wants no part of that. You're literally watching Porky cut him off mid-sentence. Then he tries to spin it. Nah, Ant, they're just mad because Adam gave you a shot. But Ant shuts that down quick. No. I sat down with you before I sat down with Adam. At that point, Wax trying to get out of there. But Ant's not letting him off the hook. You saw that, right?
Basically, you know, I went back and forth with a few dudes that supposed to be street dudes, and some dudes is unknown. So basically, they got mad at me because I sat down with Wax.
But here goes the thing, did they get mad at you because you sat down with me? Or they get mad at you because Adam giving you an opportunity is gonna boost you and
this before Adam gave me an opportunity.
And sitting down with Wack, believe it or not, sitting down, Wack got a following like Ant got a following. It's a percentage of my people that already follow you. But follow me. Then it's a percentage that didn't know about you, and because we did that, now they know about you. But I challenge everybody. Listen. $100,000. $100,000. My name is Cash McElroy Jones. I only didn't have one gang name. Wack 100 is not a gang name. It's an entertainment gang created in 2010. I got on parole in 0203. That don't count. Nigga, all you gotta do is go use Dale Dog's name, Liddell Rawls, pull the paperwork up, and go through it.
E40 does call the cops the Elroys as well, oddly enough.
That's all you gotta do.
So that's what it's about. So like I'll be telling.
Hey, look, Adam 22 and Lush is trolling this nigga like McElroy is crazy. Then the nigga Lush said, yeah, E40 does call 12 Elroys. The nigga
motherfuckers, because I dealt with the confidential informant shit before, like my cases, it was a lot of them. So I tell people, all right, let's just say, hypothetically, he is CS2 back, this motherfucker that y'all want to paint him out to be. I would never know because I wasn't the one compromised. I'm not the police.
But bro, and here's the thing. It says he's a low-level drug dealer who is in fear that his family in the main streets will be hurt.
You all saw how Porky twisted the whole meaning, just by adding the words, in the main streets. That's not what the paperwork says. We already went over it. He added that himself. And now he's yelling, $100,000. You heard him. But notice, he never actually says what the bet is. He just throws the number out there, like it means something. He said, go pull up the work. So we did. Now what's the challenge? You just watched him lie, again, right in front of everybody.
That's who CS2 back supposed to be?
That's what it say. I'm not from Main Street. I don't got no family live in Main Street. That's an all Main Street case. Stutterbox will tell you. He just called me yesterday. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna tell you why I look at the streets of LA funny.
I bet Travis Ford knows who
it
it
is. No, Power Room, why I look at it funny.
Yeah.
They watched Stutterbox pull up in a Rolls Royce to the court building for 9 months. Get out by himself, walk in there, courtroom full of Crips and Muslims.
Hey, listen, one thing about CS2 back, whenever you got him on his ratting, he's gonna find somebody to blame it on. Stutterbox told, I ain't told. Paru, the Crip told. The Paru saved the Crips. I saved Shaq and 7 Main Street Crips. I put Greg Kading with Money Mark. This nigga crazy, bro. He really got a mental health issue. An insecure little spoiled valley baby. You know?
Take the stand and get out. Ain't nobody do or say nothing. 9 months. I know because he used to call me after he left. Niggas ain't gonna do nothing, they know.
Porky said Stutterbox told on him too, but then turns around and says Stutterbox called him on the phone and told him, niggas ain't gonna do nothing. Well, you didn't do nothing either. So what exactly are you talking about?
Wait, hey, look.
At the courtroom, that shit kind of safe, though. This shit get tricky to do something
Hey,
like
look, no, but look, see, look, bam.
No, it ain't.
Look, no, so this
how many niggas ain't got took off in the...
This another point I be wanting to make. And that's what I be talking about when you be talking about you a gangster and you thugging and you got smoke with motherfuckers. You supposed to have this attitude that you don't give a fuck. So all the time, right, this what people gonna say. Yeah. So I tell niggas all the time, like, all right, you want me to have problem with somebody that you really don't got smoke with. At the least, you might see them and go back and forth and somebody get between y'all.
They not even doing that.
Y'all might not even fight. Let me just give y'all might fight. Yeah. Y'all not trying to shoot each other, unalive each other, but you want me to have some type of beef. You know what I'm saying? And dudes be out here faking, bro. Like, dudes be out here faking, bro.
But they be embarrassing each other at the court tanks now and like making
nigga took off on in court. So if a dude see a snitch right there, then you'd be like, oh, bro, you said dude was a dude. You on this? Why you didn't get on him? Oh, man, shit, what you mean? He probably had the police following him. The police watching him. He the police. That's what it's always gonna be. Somebody always gonna find an alternative to why they didn't do something, bro. Or the niggas want me to crash out. But that's how.
Hey, this didn't age well, and Hefe. You talking about hypotheticals about what somebody else gonna do. Gangsters don't give a fuck what somebody else gonna do during a riot. Nigga, they perform. Nigga, they stand on business because they walking that walk. That's what niggas is holding you up to, eh? Niggas supposed to be standing on business. That's what the expectation was from you. You talking about what other niggas ain't gonna do, and that's your justification for not confronting him about and pressing him on that issue? If you don't want to do it, nigga, that's Damu business. Nigga, I ain't seen the work, don't want to see the work because I don't want to have to handle the business. You entitled to that. We ain't saying that you got to do nothing. But what you can't say, what other people ain't gonna do. You don't know what niggas gonna do until that moment comes. What they E40 say, you gotta watch these I was fenced to ass niggas. Niggas always talking about what they gonna do. You know how many niggas I done seen put their head under the bunk and run in their cell during the riot and they ass is sticking up because they can't even fit under the bunk? The same tough ass niggas that do 1,000 push-ups a day, 20-inch arms, tattoos all on their face. Nigga, the riot come, them niggas is pussy. But I don't worry about what they gonna do, nigga. I worry about what I gotta do to survive through that shit. What I gotta do to show up and show out. So yeah, this didn't age well, and FA, respectfully, it didn't, bro.
Are you talking like a crash out?
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, right? You was in the wayside with all them niggas.
Yeah, for sure.
Trust and believe. If Whack the Power Rule would have been involved in their case, you would have known then. This a fact. I was victimized because Stutterbox told them that I was transporting drugs in my diesels for Suge Knight.
No. Let's get it straight. Stutterbox told them you had guns in your house.
Fact.
And when the police raided your place, guess what? You did have guns in your house. At the same time, they were raiding your spot. They were pulling over your truck. So they raid the house, find the guns, and right after that, somehow, you end up giving them the exact information they needed to go pick up Teresa Swan. Funny how that works, huh?
If you go read the book, Murder Rap, by Greg Kading, go to the chapters, pictures, Suge pictures, and they did a full 9 months tracking devices on all my diesels, following the diesels, the whole shot, raided the crib. People say
the trucking operation was a front for trafficking is the implication they were making.
We got to hear about the trucking
Listen,
stuff.
I had $300,000 contracts on each truck with BMW, Porsche, Volkswagen, Audi.
Yeah.
When they come in, we took them to the dealers, right?
Germany.
I still got my rig sitting up at the yard right now today, immaculate. Get in whenever I want, right? So they did all that. It's in the book. They raided the crib, right? So when they raided the crib, they find my baby mama's pistol, right? Then here comes the thing. Well, you an ex-con, what you doing around a pistol? I own 5 houses in that area, another 8 in Atlanta, and 4, I had 4 units at the time in Oklahoma, right? I haven't been a resident of California since 2002. You can't put me living in a house that I don't live in. That's where my baby mama, my kids is at. If that's the case, it's another house in my name around the corner and another one on the east side.
Well, first and foremost, he's insulting y'all intelligence, right? Because he wants y'all to think that the feds didn't do due diligence and make sure that this man was living there. They couldn't get a search warrant to search his house unless they had probable cause and proof that he lived there, right? And under California law, as long as you get mail there, that's squatter's law, right? If you get mail there, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things that come with it. So let's see what ChatGPT say. This is how you know he insults your intelligence. They couldn't put the guns that they found on me, even though Stutterbox told them that I had guns in the house and he was my neighbor. They couldn't put the guns on me because I live in Oklahoma's and New Jersey, and I got residences all out across the world. You can't put me in this house. For purposes of search warrant by Joint Task Force, if a target had multiple residences, would the Joint Task Force first have to establish each residence being searched as a residence of the target. So this is what ChatGPT gonna say. Yes, under the Fourth Amendment, law enforcement must establish probable cause connecting a specific location to alleged criminal activity or to the person being investigated before a judge will issue a search warrant for that location. They couldn't even get a search warrant unless they establish probable cause connecting him to that specific location. If a federal joint task force believes a target has multiple residences, investigators commonly try to establish things such as the target actually lives there, stays there regularly, or exercises control over the property. Utilities, mail, vehicle registration, lease agreements, surveillance, informants, phone, GPS, location data, or social media tying the person to the residence. Evidence that contraband, weapons, records, phones, computers, money, or other evidence may be located there. Do y'all understand that the feds had every single thing that I just told you? And Wack 100 admitted it. He said that once they searched his house, after I think 10 minutes, 12 minutes, whatever, it was a short period of time, they searched his office and they got some files or some paperwork, and they realized all of his cars was in the name of his business. So they called off the search. So you had mail there. It was your office, right? These cars and registration paperwork is at that exact residence that they're raiding. Your lease agreement, it wasn't a lease agreement. Then they had you under surveillance for months. Detective Michael Coet said Greg Kading had us chasing this guy up and down the Antelope Valley, surveillance him, wiretapping his phones, phone GPS location data. They put a tracker on your fucking truck, nigga. That's in the book. You always say, forget the movie, read the book, because Greg Kading made you look like a hero. But they put the tracking on your truck. You found it and thought it was a bomb and threw it and went and called the police. This is a fact. These are the things which help them establish that you had residence there. You can have more than one residence. A judge normally signs a separate warrant for each address, or the warrant specifically lists multiple locations authorized to be searched. Courts generally require particularity. The warrant must clearly identify the place to be searched, the probable cause nexus, evidence linking the place to the alleged crime or target. Stutter box told him you had guns in the house. You was his neighbor. For example, investigators may argue this is the suspect's primary residence. This is a stash location. This is a secondary residence regularly used by the target. Evidence of the conspiracy is likely stored there. You and Tanisha Swan, you moving them. He just was talking about all of these cars, European luxurious cars that he was moving from I think San Diego or by the border to National City. They were tag cars. And Tanisha Swan was caught up in that. He put them on Tanisha Swan. So if law enforcement searched the location without sufficient connection to the target or alleged criminal conduct, defense attorneys sometimes challenge the warrant through motions to suppress evidence, frank hearings. If false or misleading statements were allegedly used in the affidavit, challenges to the probable cause nexus. That said, standards can vary depending on whether it's a residence versus business. And I'm finna show y'all something. It ain't gonna even take me that long to find it. I want to see what y'all say. Let's get this started. I'll go find that. So y'all ain't gotta wait. It's almost
registered to her, the gun?
Yeah, that's her gun.
Yeah.
That's her shit, registered to her shit.
Yeah.
And when you read Greg Kading's book, he has nothing but praise for Porky. He talks about how respectable Porky was, how much they admired his entrepreneurship, like he was some model citizen. But one day, I'm going to show y'all the flip side. I'm going to show how much Porky disrespects Kading. The same guy who couldn't stop singing his praises. And based on Wack's own words, Greg Kading and his team are incompetent. Think about it. According to Porky, they raided a house that wasn't even his, found a gun that supposedly wasn't his either, took files, only to learn everything was under a corporation, didn't know where he really lived, had no clue he had properties in other states. It was so bad, Porky said he filed a lawsuit. And that's what made Greg Kading say he owes him a favor. When it came to Porky, apparently they got everything wrong. And yet Greg Kading still called him a great entrepreneur for it. Yeah, I'm gonna unpack all of that, piece by piece.
Fucking 6-shot something, right?
Can I give you a 5-minute limit and then meet me in the other room?
I've been waiting on
Pause.
you.
The
I've been waiting on you.
I just had to make one phone call. I just came in
they
here
told me you was filming and editing.
No.
Remo told me to come back here.
No, I had to call.
Said,
I was calling Gumby.
Who? Call from Hoover? Yeah, Gumby's a trip. He's a trip.
Oh, man. I can't wait to have him on here,
Gumby's a trip. Yeah, Gumby did a lot of years, got a big settlement. But if you're ready to roll, we can roll.
All right, we could do a smooth exit, though. I'll leave, and then you leave a couple minutes later.
Hey, so, random, this has nothing to do with no street shit or nothing.
What happened? Oh, that was the end. Damn, I still ain't found it. Let me stop sharing. What y'all down here talking about? Let's hear what y'all saying. Fantasy Bambi, what up? Salute, salute, salute. I just seen you, Fantasy Bambi. Hold on. I'm finna find this good content. All right. So he said he didn't live they couldn't put him in that residence. You know what I'm saying? Forget all of the things that ChatGPT just proved as far as CS2 bag being put in that house where they found those guns, plural, more than one, right? Admittingly by him. He had Greg Kading lying and say it was one. Man, this nigga all over. He steadily lying about this case, the investigation, everything. But even worse than that, he's lying about that residence. See, that residence belongs to him. In fact, Kim doesn't even have any ownership of that residence. It's all his. A sole property. He got that at least. You know what I'm saying? He got that at least. Let's see if we got that. I'm getting sleepy. We're going to show this and then we're going to call it a day, but y'all definitely need to see this. Because he sat here and told a bold-faced lie. Oh, it might be no, it ain't on that. I don't know where the hell that shit at. Oh, there it go. Boom. Y'all wanted it? Now I'm going to give it to you. Now, what you going to do with it? I can give it to you, but what? I'm too sexy for my motherfucking hood. I'm too sexy for my motherfucking low rider. Let's get this going. I'm going to pull this.
Duse M the time. Yeah. Full throttle.
My niggas ain't giving out passes. Flip bitches, then get
Flip bitches to get rid of their asses.
Not the vault, my young niggas just passed. Cause we the talk to full throttle your asses.
Chief Rose OG, said Louis the 13th. Against all odds, still I live. Fuck what you bursting. Stiff arm haters, stay positive, protected by heat. Kevlar vest, that sunscreen, niggas paying for keys. I gotta eat malnutrition cause you chase the meat. Easy decision before starving, I'll be robbing a brain. Gang vicious, trust no bitch, bitches full of deceit. After riches, after sex, I kick him out in the street. The squad get it by your means, what's more attractive than that? So ask your bitch.
Oh, that's the other one.
7 digits with my dream into the magistrate court. Copyright infringement, Spotify, I'm after my doubt. Sorry, it's hard on me, got me on 10 toes. Hoes call me Sub-Zero, making both wrists from. Chasing digits, haters live it while they talk it, I live it.
That's the wrong one, my bad. Consideration computed on full value of the interest or property for a valuable consideration, receipt of which is hereby acknowledged. Cash M. Jones. This conveyance confirms a community property interest when was purchased with community property funds. Cash M. Jones and Kimberly Jones, husband and wife, as some and then is described as Lot 55, a tract in the city of Lancaster, County of Los Angeles, State of California, as shown on the map. Look at 1285 pages. Cash M. Jones. Whose signature is on this house? Public records. Whose signature is on this thing right here? You know what I'm saying? This nigga, he must think y'all know. He just being interspousal transfer. Kimberly no longer has any interest in that home because the interspousal transfer under SEC 63, right? She gave up any ownership or anything to do with that house. You know what I'm saying? And then you got this, Cash Jones. This is the notary, Carol Webster. Yeah. Claim capacity signer's name, Cash Jones, with an M in the middle. What is you talking about? They couldn't put you in that house. It's as clear as y'all need to see it. How many people up in here? What time is it? We could go to 12 if y'all want to go. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what the good people in here talking about. You know what I'm saying? Wack had one truck. I tried to trick him out that truck. I bet that nigga, before we started beefing, I bet that nigga I was trying to get that truck. I got a gang of homies with CDLs. We was finna start a company. How he even get more guns while being under investigation in Texas? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Night Deuce. Oh, you gone? Oh, man. I forgot to tell Molly was in my DM. Not sure if it's an auto message, but he in my DM. Oh, wow. They trying to get you, Fantasy Bambi. He trying to pimp you out. Oh, shit. Hold on. He wants you to work. Oh, man. About to ask him why he let CS2 play him like that. No, don't do that. Don't do that, because they're going to say you messing with an investigation. You know what I'm saying? You trying to intimidate or dissuade a witness. He want to see if I'm selling it. Laugh out loud. He not slick. He hasn't learned anything. Yeah, I'm telling you, he trying to set you down out in the hotels out in Vegas, man. You know what I'm saying? That snitch goes try to break on the broad, though. Now, Wax said he got big rigs making big money. Oh, yeah, he said he got big wigs making big money so he can afford to live beyond his means, like he said. Right. And see, and then would have raided that Oklahoma house same time, too. Yeah, man, facts, Deuce. Where that 911 call? We need that. Oh, hey, it's in the book. If you read it, they was telling you what play by play. They on what to lie about it. He believed them. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, truck drivers a starter kid for felons. That's what makes me believe Wack been working since he was a teen. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I've really been believing that. You can't get them because he's a confidential informant. Hey, Deuce, you remember Wack said when the Crips needed their guns, they got them from Wack? Now, again, didn't he get caught with guns in Texas? He's a rat. Yeah, he got caught with guns in Texas and guns at his house. But the feds is cool with him doing that. And brandishing blammers had no jumper on Poetic Flacco. Brandishing blammers on camera at the parking attendant at the Novo in the parking lot, which we know the feds paid attention to. Glad Hassan caught him on wiretap. Yeah, bro. The feds ain't gonna let a nigga like me do that one time, let alone multiple times. Ex-felon brandishing pistols. Niggas, you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Wack definitely said he been supplying Crips with guns, hoping they off one another. Yeah, it's on the internet. He was moving work in those trucks to National City. He's full of shit. I used to live there, and we know what it is, which makes me believe he told them some dudes from Dago or Plug, too. Could have, possibly. Facts, Bambi. So the guns in Texas was another smokescreen. He was running guns and got caught. Nah, he was supposed to go put in work. His brother just got chipped. They smoked his brother like a smokestack. You know what I'm saying? Execution style. Leroy Smith. You know, oh, we got to bring that back. It's been a long time. It's a lot of new fans that might not know about all that. You know what I'm saying? Or when we exposed that, Wack wanted to cry. The war was on Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? Look how many people Wack helped. Let me see what he say. Look how many people Wack helped put in. Brick, Baby, J Diggs, Loose Cannon, C-Mac, Hawk, Gumby, Ant. He tried to get you, ODM, Spy, whoever popping online, he coming. Nigga, he gonna send them boys, them alphabet boys. You know what I'm saying? That nigga ain't coming. He know how to handle a nigga. They put sick the police on the enemies. That nigga go sick the police on it. The feds are probably closing in on them for real. They'll use you until they don't want to anymore. You know what I'm saying? They say one of them Clubhouse flunkies saw a detective number in his phone. That's what they told me, but scared to say shit about it. They told me the detective name. They told me they gonna have a surviving Wack. They already got it. I know who got it. He just ain't put it out. With a whole bunch of females. R&B pygmy tail can't say Wack from the transmission scandal. I would be embarrassed. Well, she ain't got no shame. Her husband left her. They caught her husband fucking the man allegedly. This is, you know what I'm saying, what they was saying on Clubhouse when her husband had left. This is like known shit. Yes, Bam, but God, his time is freaking up. Father, forgive me, but hopefully the streets get first. Gerardo, salute, bro. I got out of work, hit the like button for you, man. I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? The Cash App is Cash Apping. We got the content. Let me see, man. Let me see. What time is it? We got 150 people in here. If I could get, let me see how much I need. Oh yeah, I need gas money for work. If I could get another $31 Cash App, y'all can piece up 5s, 10s, whatever. If I get another $31 Cash App, I'll go another hour tonight. Tired as a mug. You know what I'm saying? Cool Rod, she only got a Cash App. Oh, man, I want Clubhouse Crazy TV. Salute, bro. And y'all got to remember, this the same dude that brought the police on Clubhouse. Y'all forgot about that? Clubhouse Crazy TV just made me remember. Because he got the content. Classic, nigga. I wasn't even on YouTube bringing the content. I was doing content on Clubhouse, but not on YouTube at that time. But let's get into the content thing. Let's get that Cash Apping. We got the content ready. If y'all we waiting on the Cash Apps. Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Get these likes up. Every little bit helps. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get $31. And we gonna go for another hour. We got the content. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now y'all don't want to hear me, huh? Let's get into it. My God.
Out of the ordinary for there to be an oncoming RICO and for so much of it to already be being discussed on social media and on podcasts.
Who was doing that?
When does that happen? And 600.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose a few classic Clubhouse recordings. But this time, I'll be adding a little commentary to put some paint where it ain't. We've studied Porky and his ways, the same way the oppressor has studied us as a people. Because of that, we can clearly recognize when Porky is working with someone, like he does with SBGB TV, versus when he's working against someone, like he does with us. We're going to start at the very beginning, before Porky launched his slander campaign against Duse. Back when Porky was still trying to recruit Duse to his side, offering him the world on a silver platter. This is Porky doing his best impression of Alonzo from Training Day. I'm convinced this is exactly why Greg Kading changed his name to to Alonzo Zoe Scott in the movie. What you're about to hear will show you exactly how Porky acts when he's attempting to befriend you.
Right? I FaceTime and I said, it's daytime where you at, right? Corey, watch this. I'm 12 hours ahead of you. It's nighttime where I'm at, man. You see the language on that wall? That's German. I'm not even in the United States to know what the fuck is going on now. If you would like me to reach out, my brother, to see what's going on as a homie, I do that. Right? So what I'm saying, over time with me and this nigga speaking back and forth, arguing back and forth, I've grown to know him and respect his character as a man first and foremost. He just happens to be a homie. Just like Rob a Crip. I just like his character. So I fuck with him. Rob know he can pull up on me, go to sleep at my spot, ain't nothing gonna happen, because that's just me, because I'm not a, bro, I tell all my youth, bro, I don't want no other gang banging. Go to the military, go to the police academy, go to the military, go to the police academy, go to the military, go to the police academy.
These are the talking points Porky uses when he's trying to pull you into his way of thinking. Forget telling the kids to be doctors or lawyers. For some reason, Porky's dream is to see them join the police academy.
You telling them kids 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old who don't have a felony. Right. Stay in the hood. Push the hood. Do the things we hood doing. But the minute somebody like me tell them, go to the police academy, you tell them they a snitch. You tell them they ain't no good, they can't come back. The minute I tell them, go to the military, right? Oh, you's a buster, you ain't this, you ain't about that life. See, if we get enough of our people, right, going to the police academy or going to the military, coming back out of the military and maybe entering law enforcement. If you're not in the gang, and you're 18, 21, you ain't got no felonies, I advise you, so we can have our people on our side, go to the military or go and listen to the police academy.
This is the gospel Porky preaches when he's interviewing potential recruits for WAC 100 Enterprises. And sure enough, those who sign up soon start echoing the exact same sentiments.
A military background or a law enforcement background, going into different careers. Okay. So, recommend this. If you have any questions, I'll be pleased to try to help you or point you in the right direction.
We need a done
if you want to be in law enforcement.
Go do what it is that you need to do for you and your
how
because that's the only way we're going to get ahead. We ain't got ahead doing it the street way. All we got is a bunch of stories of who our uncles used to be, how much dope they used to sell, and how much time they got right now, or how long they've been in the grave today. That's all we got. So at some point in time, somebody got to set a motherfucking example. And look, bro, set that aside from that. Don't mix that with that, and go handle your business as a man. It's real shit. We all get a gang name all our life. But when the fuck you gonna give that birth name a shot? See that gang name, whack? I gave that name years. When I started giving Cash Jones a shot at moving, how he's supposed to move as a man, I started winning, bro.
Hey, Wack, I told you I'm Eminem for Brim, right? But when I introduce myself, what does my PTR say? Lamante, right? Because that's where I'm at. Like, I understand everything you did. I understand your genius, your marketing, so ingenious. I understand everything, your business. But at some point, and I understand everything with the game, it's fucked up. We know this what we signed up for, Wack. And you're right, at some point as a man, you got to stand on your own. But you don't compromise your integrity to do that.
This is what I'm saying, right? Hey, bro, listen to Lamante. This real shit. My first $1 million, right? I swear to God, my first $1 million in life, I spent fighting cases, burying niggas, you know, making our street investments, taking wins and losses. This real shit, right? My first $1 million in my life. My first $1 million I received in a wire came from a gay Jewish guy.
Have you noticed how cordial Porky is with Duse during this conversation? Pay close attention to that. It shows exactly how Porky operates when he's working with someone or trying to bring them into his circle.
So was I supposed to say, nah, don't whack them part room gangster. I can't receive that wire and do that business. Fuck that. Well, I'm just trying to, because our rules say we ain't supposed to deal with homosexuals, right? We're not supposed to we're not supposed to, bro, listen, I'm telling you this, and I want you to hear this shit, and I hopefully one day you won't hear my voice ringing out in your mind when you're in a bad situation. Monte, look, bro.
Here comes Alonzo, y'all.
You sound like you very intelligent. You a stand-up, and you got what it take to move the way you want to move. Everybody can't do that. Some just take orders and get told what to do, and that's just their destiny. Yeah. Some just the wolf.
To protect the sheep, you got to catch the wolf. And it takes a wolf to catch a wolf. You understand? You're a wolf or a sheep.
And if you watch all these gangster movies that we fucking praise, and if you watch all these gangster movies that we fucking praise.
Porky just said if you look at all the old gangster movies that we praise. Tell me what you guys think Porky is gonna say next about these gangster movies. What point about these movies is he gonna point out? Remember, this is him trying to recruit and groom Duse. Listen to what Porky says stood out to him in these movies. And then ask yourself, what is Porky really trying to say?
Every last one of these motherfuckers made up their own rules when they wanted to. They sick the police on their enemies. They sick the police on their enemies. They sick the police on their enemies. This is crazy out there. It's real shit. Yo, our police on payroll. Yo, go over to the rescue. They running this shit over here. Every last one of these movies, these gangster movies,
let's hit that cash
how they wanted to do it when they wanted to do it. Why? Because they was the powers that be.
So what Porky gathered from the old mobster movies is that they sent the police at their enemies. What in the hell did that have to do with the conversation? He started off by telling Duse he was a wolf, and that he could move the way he wanted to move. Then he went into gangster movies, and said they sent the cops at their enemies. This is how Porky grooms his 100 EBT members. This is how he prepares them to accept working with the feds and sending the police at his enemies.
Monte, real shit. I don't know what you got going on in your life. Give that birth name a chance. That mind that was being molded in school, that motherfucker, let that right and wrong start guiding you, brother. And I guarantee you'll start winning. And if it's anything, right? Any bridge or wall you run into that you think the Cash Jones, a.k.a. Wack, the Damu, that's associated with that same flag you got to help you with, then reach out to me. And I help you get over around that motherfucker, under that motherfucker.
So you just heard how friendly Porky used to be. That's the kind of conversation he'll have when there's no tension. When he still thinks you're buying what he's selling. But the moment he realizes you see through the act, this is how he switches up.
Wack, you first of all, why you lied to me yesterday? You was talking about
who the fuck is that?
Send my people. Duse M.
Send your people what? Who's your people?
He is a dropout. Who was that? That's that Wack goo from the crew that I asked you about yesterday. Was that you, Greedy?
Wack just opened his first room up today.
Nah, that wasn't me. That was
he was talking about Alan Grunblatt.
Yo, what up?
What happened? What happened?
I don't know that dude. Who's that?
And you was arguing with the other morning.
You didn't get a DM from Wack? I thought you had got a DM from.
I don't even know who this is, bro.
You know exactly who I am. And you was arguing with the other
Duse M.
When you talk about you
I'm not doing no more, Lamonte, is allowing new niggas to use a fake argument.
Fake argument.
Slow down, Duse M. What stage? I ain't been on.
Now you ain't been in the ring and shoot the fade with the fucking Duse M. What you said?
Me?
Yeah, when you was in there and you told me.
Y'all would have been saying free Duse M right now for real. Nah, he was talking to you.
Talking to you.
We would have been in jail.
Hold on. Wait. Duse, it's retarded.
No, you retarded.
I'll fight him.
You the fuck retarded.
Hey, when he heard I'll fight him, hold on. When he heard I'll fight him, that's no, that wasn't me. What are you talking about?
This whole situation was a blow to Porky's ego. Long story short, back then, he pulled one of his usual janky promoter moves and stepped on Duse's toes while Duse was trying to lock in a fight deal for Crip Mac. Because of that, Duse called Porky out for the fade. Now you're hearing Porky act clueless, like he doesn't know what's going on. But make no mistake, he's scrambling, doing everything he can to wiggle his way out. You already heard Duse tell him to stop playing dumb. I want you to pay close attention, so you can hear the level that Porky takes this to. This will show you how Porky acts when he is truly against you.
Yo, you said when I said... Who you been talking about fighting, Lamonte? Fucking fade. You! Celebrity boxing shit. You want to fight me?
Man, come on,
Yo,
man.
come on with the trying to spin the narrative.
Bro.
Come on, man. You always doing that. Hold on, bro.
I just want to know.
Want the fade.
Wait, hold on, bro. You said you wanted to get out with Snow over. I don't know why you wanted to fight this.
I told Snow said I'm a bitch. Lamonte, you's a bitch. I said, okay, keep that same energy. When you get to LA, pull up, right? That's what I told him. The homies already was on him. So that was he's a nothing, right?
Okay. All right, shit, man. Mute your mic.
Right. So I'm like, first and foremost, you get into it with Stats 280, talking about some Jersey paperwork shit. Now these Grape Streets asking like, what's up with this?
Hey, wait, Lamonte.
You've been doing a gang of bullshit.
Hey, bro, you done been on my phone. Wait, Lamonte, I see what's going on.
Bro, you
done been on my phone. Hey, bro, you done been on my phone 10 times
this nigga Snow
talking
silly.
real nice. But blood, if you want to get out with me, that's nothing.
All right, then we gon' set that up.
Porky said if Duse want to get down with him, it's nothing.
We can get the fade.
This was years ago, so clearly it is something to Porky. After a simple head-up, him and Duse's problem would have been resolved, and this whole situation would be over and done with. But instead of Porky doing that, I want you guys to hear what he does.
How about that?
There it is, there.
You been on my phone talking. You trolling right now.
That's what it is.
Me and you know you trolling right now.
That's what it is. Hey, look, the baby Lokes on here.
Now listen.
They checking in. They check you for that bullshit you was doing. Simple as that.
You baby don't check me.
Don't grape now unless you want to get down, bro. Period, point blank.
We can do that too.
Y'all just sound weird
on
as
Greg,
hell.
gang. Don't speak on the hood.
Nobody else
shut the fuck up. I'm gonna speak on what I want to speak on.
Nobody else
But Lamonte, hey, look, bro. I see what's going on.
Finish talking to him. You want to get in his business?
I see what's going on.
Yeah, what's up, man?
You done been in my room 10 times and ain't said
You know what happened?
Listen, you want to get in his business?
Now,
we already said we gonna get our fade.
He don't run blood no more, man. He come bring you right with me. So I'm listening to what you say, Lamonte.
Hey, what? Talk to that man. Me and you already said we gonna get our fade. Hey, what you say, homie?
Yeah, this going here pumping this there like J-Rock ain't knock you out, man. We was in the building, bro. You got knocked out, bro. You can lie all you.
Ain't nobody. I'm not even entertaining that shit. If Wack would have got knocked out at Rolling Loud,
you got up off that ground talking about what's up, J-Rock.
Lamonte, what you won't do, we back in the 100 show. I'm finna put the paperwork up on Lamonte.
You caught that, right? Porky just said he was going back to the 100 side, and that he was going to run the paperwork on Duse, basically insinuating Duse snitched on somebody. This is the kind of grimy behavior you catch when you really study Porky's character. Meanwhile, you've got Lieutenant Officer Love's boys online crying about the feds watching people who put targets on his back for calling him a rat.
About him trying to say WAC 100 and 600 were working with the FBI. It was debunked by the FBI, saying that none of those individuals spoke to us. All right, y'all. A little spooky situation. I got pulled up by the feds. And Gave me a ticket, a warning. I don't even know the feds even pull you over like that. I thought it'd be like LAPD or Highway Patrol or Sheriff or something, right? The feds pull you over now. So what is this? When you antagonizing, you know, their clients, you know, when you're bothering their clients and stuff like that, you open up what they call a watch list. And when you become on their watch list, you're a threat for their clients, you know what I'm saying?
All while his idol, CS2 back, has been doing the same thing unchecked for years. This shows you exactly how Porky moves when he's really against you. Now that we know Porky isn't afraid of putting fake rat jackets on people, let's see how he treats people who question him about these lies.
My wife, right? This is new thing. Right?
Tupac.
Man, say any these. I've never seen a nigga this infatuated when he's a man that he don't know, right? So I said, all right, I'm gonna come in there in a minute. So, you know, I said, he in there? He in there. So I came in there. I said, all right, listen, I heard what you said. But my question to everybody in the room right now is who just got through this in this picture? Because this is a penitentiary picture that ain't supposed to be. This is a blood.
Who you talking about right now?
Take no picture. Like this. You know what I'm saying? Look, who just got through you in this picture right here in my picture? You got grease on your face, curled up in the bunk. You look like a whole female. This ain't gangster. Okay, you didn't establish who popped.
That nigga Wax said this ain't gangster.
But this is real. Is that not you in the picture?
Hey, Rockstar.
Who just stuck their dick in your...
I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Blood PTR. Hey, but screenshot it and send it to my phone for me, bro.
What you mean what's going on in his PTR?
Man, my shit.
Nigga in there zesty as...
Nah. Hey, Rockstar.
That got baby oil on his face, beard gone, laid up in the bed like he's a homosexual on Paul Road.
This is how Porky speaks about you when he is truly against you. Have you guys ever heard him speak about DZ from SBGB-TV this way? Nope. Instead, he calls into his show and gives him content, even though DZ speaks bad about him every day. Porky doesn't give you content when he hates you and has nothing on you. Instead, he'll avoid or scream over you, like we'll see in a minute.
I'm about to send it to me, Rockstar. Hey, cause
all the Crips take this.
Nah, it gotta be blood.
Wait,
hold on. Ain't no bias shit. All the Crips.
No, I'm gonna tell you why.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why.
No. Hey, because if you zesty,
because it's whack that's saying it, the blood's gonna side against me. I'm used to it. They weird like that. I'm just
No,
they not.
They weird like that. But if had a picture of whack like that, they be all in the middle of the street.
Hey, whack.
Bro, the nigga,
weird ass nigga.
KK, on the IG. He posted.
No, whack. Look, KK. I told whack it was the from Rolling 60s name. Hush the Princess. That's a man, and me and his conversation went viral behind that. And I'm not lying. Marlon Bang, Rolling 60. His name is Hush the Princess. So hold on. This is a blood telling the Paru that, and look where he took it. Now I'm just saying, Rockstar sent me the shit, and then that's all that is. Send it to my.
I just sent it to you.
I can't examine it the way that Wack got it. So I want to examine it my way, and that's all it is. Cause I told Wack it was a Rolling 60 named Hush the Princess Marlon.
We heard you. All right, bro.
Now I don't give a. Everybody heard this on YouTube,
bro. Drunk.
Listen, cuz. Hey, listen. If somebody thought you was capping, or we would have been said it's cap, bro. We let you get that off the first time.
That's all I'm saying.
So
for the ladies in the room, if your nigga was in prison and sent you home a picture like that, what would you think?
Hey, no, wait. So
he ended up being romantic.
It's a wrap.
He definitely got burger in his face.
Wow, yeah. Listen, hey, bro, y'all gotta understand. When we burnt down UOD 2 years ago, all these pictures, I got more of them. I got pictures of the nigga in front of a police station, like, what's up, blood? In front of the police car.
So what you said when y'all burned the house away, all these pictures started?
now.
Down, bro. Nigga, that's one thing. Every nigga, that's why I sit back and be like, hey, bro, every nigga that came playing, them lost.
That posted that shit on IG and said, how the fuck I'm in jail and I got a Rolex bracelet on. Bro.
It's even worse.
I looked at, bro, he got that shit on his IG right now, it's probably up there like 3 times on this.
Oh, you don't know that.
The nigga said,
I put it on my story.
And he said I'm in jail. But what nigga be in jail with a Rolex bracelet on? I got a Bluetooth in my ear. I said, bro, it's a million in jail with that type of.
But not only that, listen, I don't give a where you at. That is not. What is that?
I said, I don't give a fuck if you in the jungle. You shouldn't be taking pictures.
Ain't no bro, call a spade, bro.
Dang. So Wack.
You guys heard how the conversation was going. You hear Porky's Clubhouse clergy doing their job, and you hear saying he had paperwork on Duse. This he acts when you defend someone whom he is truly against.
You call a spade, a baller, strike, all right. But you can admit when you're wrong, right?
I'm never wrong when I'm right.
No. Okay, so you called the man a snitch, though. Is he actually a snitch, or that was just some
I called who a snitch?
Duse M. He said you called him a snitch, you had paperwork.
Riding with him. You ride with him because now I'm finna start tripping. Blood don't question me about blood. I'm gonna tell you right now, listen, don't question me about blood. I ain't got no gripe with you with this. Don't question me about this unless you want to be content. I'm going to give you warning one time, and I'm going to go up. You want to play? Hold on, homie. I'm telling you right now, blood that disrespected my family.
Hey, hold on. Warning.
Hey, look. You want to play with me? I'm giving you fair warning. Don't question me about no who did disrespecting my family, because it's you if you with blood. You ain't got no dog in the fight. You ain't from his hood. Don't ask me no questions. I'm gonna make you content, and whatever come with it, come with it.
Whatever.
I'm with you. I want to embarrass you.
Hey, wait. This is why.
Now, there you go.
Hey, this is why Wack 100 and Munchie B started beefing, because Munchie B was holding this nigga accountable for trying to smut me out. This nigga went B-I-G, A-S-B-G-B-T-V. How come you and Wack never had these type of interactions? How come he called in?
Yeah, nah. They gotta respect it. Don't then.
You don't come in there question me about it. Don't question me about no unless you with this. And if you with this, it's you too. And any real gangster gonna stand like that.
That's 100. That's 100.
Yeah, I don't know why niggas do that shit.
But if you wanna play, let's play. Cause I'ma tell you, I'll run this. I'ma over you and I'm over you a whole bunch of times. Dog, I strongly advise you. Don't play with me on this app, bro.
Look.
Don't. Look. You stuttering ass.
This is how we can tell who Porky is working with, and who he's not. All Munchie did was ask Porky if he can admit when he's wrong. This just shows you another underhanded tactic of the exposers. Christopher Lard filled love handles, said they don't put fake rat jackets on people. We can all see that was a lie, and we can all see the way Porky acts when he's not working with you. Now you can understand why Porky gets so upset when Duse shows up with the CS2 back paperwork, and now you can understand why Duse won't just leave it alone. Porky went online and told the whole planet that he had paperwork on Duse, and never produced it. Then Duse showed up with his paperwork, that Porky thought no one would ever get. And Porky has been running from him ever since. This is why whenever Duse and Porky meet up on any social media platform, it's an instant classic. As soon as Duse shows up, Porky turns into another person.
And what happened with Yael? I thought he said that he wasn't in the loose cannon.
Bro, that wasn't on that. Them run plays.
So that wasn't him?
Bro, it was him. They trying to run the play. He wasn't with it, so he fired off on the.
That's cap.
Dead homie. Shut your ass.
Oh, dead homie. Boom! You just killed all your homies. I got the whole mother segment.
Oh,
that sitting there, that playing dominoes and everything with these.
Where he took off again on the second time, because it was 2 rounds. Don't edit it out.
I didn't edit it. I just put it up.
Okay, so where the other one where he took off on? He called me the night this happened.
Bro, it's up. Ain't no edit.
Well, anyway, why Greg Kading throw you under the bus like that was you on that mother wiretap?
He didn't throw me under the bus.
We got the content.
He said the back is fake. You created fake paperwork.
Well, listen. If you
did you not create fake paperwork?
Hell no.
Us this. Why you never told us that Booger Brim? Why you used to always say you just cheated?
You see how Porky is trying to spin the conversation and change the topic. Just one more of Porky's characteristics when his back is against the ropes.
Shit.
Spin, spin, spin.
Why you never told us that Booger Brim was a PC? Why you never told us that Booger Brim from Fruitown Brim
We got
was a PC? Why you never told us Booger Brim was a PC?
Why
bro?
never bring your
Why didn't you ever tell us Booger Brim was PC? You used to be like, my big brother, big homie Booger Brim is a G. Why you didn't tell us Booger Brim is a PC?
Floor?
What?
Why you never brought your paperwork and your statement from the 64th floor?
I never had paperwork.
If you go talk to the police, that means you waive your Miranda rights.
I was never arrested, dummy.
Bro,
you only get Miranda rights when you're arrested, you stupid
That's a lie.
You always saying
How come Porky never speaks like this about Deezy?
Hold on.
I mean, after all, Deezy is calling Porky.
So watch this. So watch this. I want y'all to see this, right? So he says, no, they only read you your Miranda rights if you get arrested. If feds wanted me to take a polygraph as part of an investigation, part of criminal investigation, would the cop administering polygraph read me Miranda rights warning? Watch this. This is how you do a dumb nigga like him. And them 100 EBT niggas so slow over there. They don't know. If federal agents or police ask someone to voluntarily take a polygraph and the person is free to leave, Miranda warnings often are not required. If the person is effectively under arrest or not free to leave, meaning it becomes a custodial interrogation, Miranda warnings usually are required before questioning, right? In many federal investigations, agents may ask someone to come to FBI office voluntarily. The examiner may have the person sign a consent form. So WAC 100 had to sign the consent form to talk to him, waiving his Miranda rights. Now watch this. The examiner having person sign consent form is a form of waiver of Miranda rights, right? Look at this shit. This nigga is so dumb. Them 100 EBT niggas is so slow. A consent form for a polygraph is not necessarily the same as a Miranda waiver, although sometimes the paperwork can include Miranda language or waiver provisions. Pure consent form acknowledges the person voluntarily agreed to the polygraph. So that's what we're talking about. It states that they can understand at any time. May state that they are not under arrest. So let's go. Some agencies separately provide.
For some reason, when DZ calls Porky a rat, Porky decides to give him content.
SBGB TV, state your name and where you calling in from.
This Wack 100. What's up, homie?
What's going on with you, bro? What's happening with you?
I don't know. I hear you saying a bunch of crazy shit, talking about what I keep doing. Let's address what I keep doing first. Because keep means a bunch of things happening. So what do I keep doing? You mean when I keep telling people, hey, look, bro, don't believe these people that don't know me, don't come playing with me, talking about what I keep saying that?
Helping him bring eyes to his channel.
Yeah, you
Not
didn't
so
know
much
that,
the same
bro?
when it comes to us. You guys are hearing it.
Where you been?
It ain't been to the joint. Miranda rights only kick in at the time of arrest, dummy.
Officer Coed said you were arrested, so
He's lying. I don't even know him.
I'm quite sure.
Go pull, look, then this is what you can do. Cash McElroy Jones, April 7, 1977.
Was the only
Go pull all my arrest history. Look, bro, I give you $100,000 on my daughter's name. Go pull my arrest history. If you show an arrest by that dude, any of them dates.
Well, give me my $100,000. We got
go pull it. Go pull it.
I don't know how well you guys know Porky, but if you know Porky the way we do, then you know he's pissed. If you want to make Porky mad, just ask him about CS2 back and get your popcorn ready.
You beating on your wife.
Right.
Go pull it.
We got it. We running it tomorrow.
Go, bro, listen. Go and pull. This is what I want you to do. I want you to go and pull. Listen to me. Bro, you put in the trunk. You beat to put them in the trunk. Here we go. I got $100,000. Go pull my arrest history.
That's exactly what it is.
Public record. Listen to me.
Your wife.
What? What you say?
Put that on power rule. You didn't beat your wife.
I ain't never beat my wife. On power rule, I ain't never beat my wife. Never.
Put that on power rule. You didn't have domestic abuse cases.
I got 3-4 of them.
Okay, put that on power rule. You didn't get arrested for not finishing your domestic abuse case.
I never got arrested for that on power rule.
Man, you got.
I ain't never had to do no
county jail. You can't.
Are you stupid? Put that on Fruitown Grill.
We got.
Put that on Fruitown. Put that on Fruitown Grill that I got arrested. I ain't never had to do no classes.
We gonna do one at a time. So
I ain't never had to do no classes.
So
and never had a felony. Misdemeanor, baby.
They arrested you for
misdemeanor.
You lying about
I had a misdemeanor. You know, you get too loud.
We gonna give you that.
I had a misdemeanor, bozo.
Look, we gonna run to work tomorrow anyway. So you got you can have that till tomorrow.
No, let's get to this arrest.
You can have that till tomorrow.
I don't give a everybody didn't call it domestic. I don't give a about that. But listen, did your brother catch the domestic when he was scared to fight?
Greg Kading.
Did your brother catch the domestic when he was scared to fight? Greg said Wack was never, ever an informant when he was a target.
Don't protect their confidential source. But we're not talking about that part.
We're
talking about the part where he
Bro, look, let's stop at the money. Let's go to money. Look, hey, look, Ghost, won't you join in, Ghost? Ghost, I'll give you 50 out of 100. Don't pull my arrest record, Ghost.
Yeah, that's
it. Slow down.
It's dollar sign.
This don't work with me. Ghost, nigga just said I got arrested by that dude, right? Y'all got the date. Listen, hold on. You have the date. Anybody on the floor, I got 50,000. If you could go pull a date and show I got a I'm waiting.
Well, look.
Broke ass. Why your teeth look like that, bro? Why your teeth look like that?
Paperwork is real.
Why does your teeth look like that?
He acknowledges
I
that
thought
you
you was
were
a real ass.
Mark Stevens.
Why does your teeth look like that?
Look,
why does your teeth look like that? Why is your brother sucking on the F&Y yard? Why you was lying to your floor? Why you had the whole nigga on your floor thinking your brother was a
Why are they referring to you as confidential source?
They never did that.
Mark Stevens.
Never did that. You created fake paperwork.
Yeah, Greg Kading just acknowledged
he never said
you
that.
The one calling him on the phone call.
He never said that.
Bro, hey, I got
he never said that.
Y'all gonna play the content?
We gonna never said that.
Hey,
what we betting?
We gonna let
Look,
you
now let's bet. Are you gonna put this on your dead homies? Wait. Chuck got the content. You gonna put that on your dead homies?
Chuck,
you gonna pay, right?
Content. We ain't got
no. Let's put the money on it.
He didn't say you
on the dead homies. Detective Greg Kading said that's obviously whack on that call. That means that the paperwork is authentic. We finna go ahead and go to that right now just because Whack 100 be fooling these niggas and none of these dick-sucking niggas hold that nigga accountable. Look at this shit. CS2 back. You is the dumbest nigga on the internet. And the cold thing is about it, when this money come, we got a couple lawsuits on the way. World Star Hip Hop, we got that. We got a couple other things. We got the tech company. When this bag comes, I'm going to show you what this bag do, nigga. Little boy, me. Nigga, I'm going to spend $250,000, nigga, on attorney fees and $250,000 on a marketing budget, nigga. Finna fuck you over, little boy. Never play with my motherfucking name again, little fuck nigga. So let's go ahead and go to this real quick, right? Detective Greg Kading. Boom. Let's stop this real quick. I told you, we still need a dub.
CS2 driver seat. I'll interject a little throughout the interview, just to point out a few things. Other than that, I'm gonna just let it play. Tell me in the comment section what you think. Now, Greg, this isn't about you. This is about Whack. I understand you have to do what you gotta do. But if he can bring you on Clubhouse to tell us all that stuff, I feel I should be able to ask some questions, so the people can be informed. So again, this has nothing to do with you. This
is going on between Whack and whatever bullshit's going on with Starbucks. I don't give a fuck about that beef. Whatever it is, they'll figure it out. I'm just going to tell you investigatively, we would have listed Whack, Cash Jones, in our paperwork. He would have been like target 1, and his phone would have been target 1. And so when we were looking at him, we used particular language in our paperwork. So if we're writing the wiretap affidavit for his phone, we would say Cash Jones, also known as Whack. You were utilizing target number whatever, which would be his phone. I think it was some 661 phone number. And that's just the language. Nowhere within the paperwork related to the investigation of Cash Jones, was he ever mentioned as a CS or an informant? Because he wasn't.
Okay. Now, Greg, we're talking about the case Stutterbox had against Shaquille O'Neal and the 7 Main Street Crips. When Whack brought you on Clubhouse, he asked you what would he have been referred to as in the paperwork.
And then in your paperwork, I don't know. How was I referred to? Was I referred to Whack, Cash Jones? They have this Back name. I don't know who the fuck Back is. I don't know. I know I've never had that moniker. but no, I don't know. Maybe it was some coded shit. Or how did you recall referring to me through all the paperwork when you guys were like listening in on my wiretaps? So like saying, okay, this is whack. This is Cash Jones on the wiretap. What was I referred to in your? Because I've never looked over that paperwork. Never had a need to. What was I referred to?
If Wack had nothing to do with Del Dog, Shaq, or any of the Main Street Crips, why would his name be being referred to in the paperwork at all?
Especially if the paperwork was fake. Huh. So I made this paperwork up. Huh.
So again, this is completely different investigation. We have to be real careful that we don't cross over these ideas, because when I said he would have been mentioned in the paperwork, if we're talking about Cash Jones's case, then we may have mentioned a CS, which would have been Stutterbox, saying these things about Cash that we investigated. There's that. Now, if Cash is asking me if his name was in the Main Street case, no, it wasn't. Now, if Cash is asking me if his name was in the Main Street case, no, it wasn't.
So we all know that Greg is not being truthful when he says that. We can clearly see Wack's government name, Cash Jones, all in this case. Hey, Christopher Loves Boys, this shows you why you can't believe everything the police say. This also shows you that the police are protecting Wack, as they would any other confidential informant that's in good standing with them, unlike Stutterbox. But I want you to hear what Greg says right after he said Wack was not in the Main Street case at all.
There was no mention of Cash in the Main Street case. There was no mention of Cash in the Main Street case, other than when he's trying to get a hold of Mark Stevens and in order to tell him that Box has been compromised.
Yeah, and that's what the wiretap transcript said. CS2 back.
So now Wack said his name ain't in the work. You don't see Cash Jones. No, we don't see Cash Jones. We see CS2 back. We see back, and we see the Wack boy. Yeah, that's what we see on the wiretap.
Or Wack was calling Del Dog to do. Not Del Dog, but Mark Stevens.
See what you just did, though?
Yeah, I said Del Dog.
You said CS2 Wack. It doesn't say that, does it?
Yes, it does.
Doesn't it say CS2 back?
Yeah.
Doesn't it say CS2 back? So Greg Kading just told Scandalous Los Angeles, you said CS2 Wack. He said, no, I don't. He said, that's not what it says. He said, yes, it does. He said, doesn't it say CS2 back? So Greg Kading is saying that the paperwork says CS2 back. So the fake paperwork that I made is the same fake paperwork that Greg Kading got, and the same fake paperwork that Mark Stevens got, and the same fake paperwork that Robert Ross, Stutterbox, got. CS2 back is the same paperwork, the same name on the call with calling Mark Stevens trying to get in contact with Del Dog. Oh no, Greg was definitely spinning. He got to protect his 137 informant, but it's just where he slips up. See, Scandalous is very cunning. You know what I'm saying? He likes to cut. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and when he gets to cut, you know what I'm saying? Greg fucked up by admitting that they only talked about Wack one time, and that's when he was trying to get in contact. He was calling Mark Stevens, trying to get in contact with Del Dog. Let's look me in the eye with this one, because this is very, very important, right? Let's go here. Boom. Oh, they don't want to let me on right there. Boom, we could go right here. Bam, no, it's not going to let me do it like that. Maybe here. Boom, nope. So we're going to have to go over here. Boom. So Scandalous got this nigga so discombobulated, Greg Kading says, doesn't the paperwork say CS2 back? So whack 100. Greg Kading validated the authenticity of the paperwork. Yes, Miss Inglewood Blue, thank you. Everything donated. Ellenwood Studios already dropped the link. Who is you? What are you talking about? Drop the link. Who is you? Do we know you? You don't come over here calling no shots. Matter of fact, come on up here, because if you get out of line and we don't know who you is, you're going to get shot. You know what I'm saying? That's what we going to do. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what you're talking about. But in the meantime and in between time, Greg Kading just admitted that the paperwork say CS2 back.
It says CS2 back.
Okay, well, do you know what you just said?
What did I say?
CS2 whack.
I meant CS2 back.
Because...
See, he said you just said CS2 whack, but it says CS2
in your mind,
back.
and bear with me, no offense here, but I think you've already come to the conclusion that back is whack, and that's why that's such an easy mistake to make.
Well, the reason I think whack is CS2 back is because that's who Mark Stevens said he was talking to.
Nobody's disputing that. Nobody's disputing that Mark Stevens is saying that whack is who he was talking to.
But he's saying that that's back. He is saying that back is whack.
How does Mark Stevens put that together? Show me how Mark Stevens has anything to substantiate that back is whack.
In the paperwork they put him as back, B-A-C-K. And I kept asking the lawyer, like, who the fuck is? I ain't talked to no back. And they said, nah, that's whack. But they put him as back because he a blood, so it's back. And I said, oh, okay.
And was this back also referred as confidential source number 2?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so no offense to Mark, he doesn't know any better. But when we're writing official police reports, we don't play the game. We don't change language or change spelling because we are, part of the gang culture. We're not going to put whack. We're going to put back because he's a blood, not a Crip, and we don't. That's not how we operate. We don't. That's gang shit. We don't write as gangsters. We write as police officers and try to be as specific as possible.
Greg is saying they try to be as specific as possible, and that they don't do things like that. But we're all looking at a wiretap transcript where they did exactly that. They put a person named Back in the paperwork, and no one knows who Back is.
We don't change things in order to... So if Mark Stevens is thinking that, oh man, the cops just put this in there this way because he's a blood and not a Crip, it's not how it works.
I hear you, Greg. But even without them doing that, the conversation with Mark Stevens and Del Dog did actually take place. And Mark Stevens is saying the person who called him looking for Del Dog's phone number was whack. Mark said he doesn't know anyone named Back. So why would they put some fake person that Mark has never ever talked to in the transcripts?
No, I get that. See, we are totally in agreement. The conversation is whack, obviously. The conversation is whack, obviously. But
the conversation on the wiretap that's on your TV.
This explanation of whack being back, that does.
The conversation on the wiretap with Del Dog and Mark Stevens. I'm cool on that, brother. When I talk to Back, this is confidential source to Back. He said it's obviously whack 100. Clip that. Somebody go clip that for me. We finna play it one more time. I need y'all to clip that. It's obviously whack 100.
Transcripts.
No, I get that. See, we are totally in agreement.
He's agreeing with Scandalous Los Angeles.
Conversation is whack, obviously. The conversation is whack, obviously.
The conversation is whack, Obviously. The conversation is whack. Obviously. I warned you, young Ann Hefe, just like I warned everybody else. But y'all know what? We finna, okay, Ted Turner came up. Let's see what he talking about. Ted Turner, welcome to the Damu Kiwe Conversations.
What's up, Boz? What's up, man? What's up? Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
I can't see you, though. Let me see if I can fix the screen so we can see who you look like. Okay, there you go, brother. All right, so where you at with it?
I'm ATL, man.
ATL, shawty. What you got to add to the program today?
I was just popping up to say I fuck with the show, man. I rock with you, man. I be checking out your content. I'm a content creator myself, so I be checking out your show. I was really just trolling when I said drop the link. I was just gonna keep listening to the show, but then you start talking regularly. I said, let me pop up here right quick.
hey, well, you know, I'm real good at this. I'm the nigga that destroyed the King troll, right? So I could play them games too. But and bro, we done went to war on online social media wars with Whack 100, with Reggie Wright Jr., with 600, with Loose Cannon, with Young and Hefe, and we come out smelling like roses. So it gets real serious when it comes to that trolling. But thank God, besides Whack 100 today, man, I don't got no issue with nobody that look like us. You know what I'm saying? But that fuck nigga right there, though. Oh yeah, man. If a piano fell on his head right now and he died, I would piss on that nigga grave, nigga. And then I'll shove a dildo up his ass. Then I'm gonna do a live. Yeah, and then I'm gonna shove a red dildo up his ass, and then I'm gonna send a letter to his brother Robert and tell him go pull the dildo up out that nigga ass. You know the nigga like it in his ass. Okay,
that's
check
reckless.
my phone.
That's reckless talk, bro. Hey, what's the genesis of your beef with 100?
Okay, hold on. I just got that cash app. Salute. Thank you for that cash app. So the genesis was I put together a pay-per-view fight with Crip Mac, and I got him under contract for a fight through livestreamers.com. And the dude that he was initially going to fight was on Clubhouse, and he disrespected the Crip. So ODM Slim and Crip Mac were like, fuck that. We not finna get no bag with that nigga. He got too disrespectful. We gonna beat that nigga ass. It's some street shit now. So we like, well, we'll find another fighter or whatever. The little nigga run the Whack. Hey, Whack, you see this contract? I'm supposed to be fighting Crip Mac. I should sue. And then he was mad, bro. Whack, why the fuck you showing me this contract? It ain't my fight, and I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's a Lamonte fight. So the next day, the nigga got Blueface on Clubhouse calling Crip Mac out for the fade. The nigga stepping on my chucks. Listen, you can play a lot of games, but don't play with my money. You know what I'm saying? And so from that, I called the nigga out for the fade. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you doing all this fuck shit now. You stepped on my toes. This the reason that I need it. I just got that cash app. Said this what I needed. I need that. We just played that. Rewatched the live. We just played that part, right? And so he was, when I called him out for the fade, he was so discombobulated because he was trying to recruit. And but I didn't want to fuck with that nigga because I already thought he was a rat. I didn't know, but I just didn't like how he moving. Besides that, I'm not trying to bring my violence to no more black people. I've done that. You live and you learn. When you know better, you do better. You know what I'm saying? But if you make me go there, I'm going to demonstrate. You know what I'm saying? So I call him out for the fade. He agrees to the fade. And but when he's going out, now he's saying I'm a rat. mind you, when he first started recruiting me, he called the homie Murder Rock. The homie Murder Rock beat his ass, fired on him in juvenile hall. That was the first LA blood he met in juvenile hall. Murder Rock fired on him. He'd been trying to follow, and he looks up to Murder Rock regularly. So Murder Rock told him, nigga, that's the homie. Nigga, that nigga's, we need to pull up or something. He's like, oh, no, I'm just running the mate. So he's trying to recruit me. And Murder Rock and him already told him, like, he's solid as fuck. So for him to do that against the Brims, already letting the nigga know who I was and what it was with me, just because I called him out for the fake, that was some hoe ass shit. And that's something he can't take back till he give me that fade. And it's been about 3-4 years, bro. That nigga, he ain't, bro. We Murder Rock, talked to his other homies from his hood. Man, nigga can't get that nigga to the table. He's a fugitive. You know what I'm saying? Now, he's gonna scam from that ass whooping, you know what I'm saying, and find more excuses than the nigga going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Just like I had the fight lined up for Crip Mac, I told him, okay, well, we gonna get in, we'll do a pay-per-view, and then I would have probably put $10, and I got a little 14, 15,000 Instagram subscribers. Even if we get 1,500 people to pay $10, that's 150,000. Right? Whack 100 got a big following. He could keep whatever he bring. You know what I'm saying? He might bring 10,000. But a lot of people going to be looking forward to seeing him finally get his ass knocked out. And they know I'm the nigga to do it. I'm 1,000-0. Resume impeccable. You know what I'm saying? I got a squabble game like God. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't undefeated now, boss. Come on.
Hey, 1,000-0. All you got to do is ask the streets, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Ask the penitentiaries in the streets, and they gonna tell you that nigga was like Mike Tyson, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I'm up in age now, right? And so he really got more action because about 10 years ago, he really didn't have no action. You know what I'm saying? I was still very physically fit. And in my prime, we talking about 1,500 push-ups a day. You know what I'm saying? So he really didn't have a chance then. Well, now he got a slithering of a chance, but I'm too experienced, and then I know pressure points. I know how to use leverage against his own leverage and strength against him. He doesn't stand a chance. But Bomani, no, now that's a watch Crip right there. Hey, Bomani, did they tell you I'm 1,000-0? You been in the set. What they tell you? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I tell him let's do that one. The nigga texts my phone like, would 250,000 be enough? I'm like, well, shit, 250,000, nigga, I ain't gonna turn that down. You know what I'm saying? I was just gonna do it with the pay-per-view and whatever it is. We could get it, donate it to charity, whatever, right? We could get it out the way and we move on. Let's show these youngsters that we don't need to pick up guns. We can handle our business, win, lose, and draw. The nigga, I said, yeah. Oh, bozo, you just want a bag. This and this and that. I'm not going to put your name next to my name. You trying to be famous? I said, trying to be famous? This dumbass nigga don't even know I've been in the music industry before him, bro. All you got to do is Google it. You know what I'm saying? So, in any event, let's see what they say. So, Miss Inglewood Blue say, yes, Bam Duse laid the brother down. Little T-Rex on ran. Am I lying, y'all? If someone in the house know about this, he's a real coward-ass bitch. And I'm going to holler at Brainwick and Aiden to see if y'all can line it up. Hey, holler at him. That nigga I guarantee you, nigga, $100,000, nigga, that nigga gonna say, no, it's past that. I can't. That nigga, he won't even be in the right room with me. Wow, I'm floored with this info. Thought I was up on all things like I'm really speechless. Right. Bomani said 100%. I told you, bro. Man, no joke, man. I was stupid. You know what I'm saying? But thank God. Bomani said I've been around the fruits since 2001, and the fruits for sure. So yeah, man, he was all in my hood with my little brother. You know what I'm saying? Him and my little brother like that, like family ties tight. And so that's a Watts Crip letting you know that that's just what it was over there. But as far as a Whack 100, from there, once he did that and he was playing the bitch role running, I ended up, since he said I was a snitch, I ended up investigating and found out that he was the snitch. I exposed the wiretap from the Deja 34 Records investigation involving Money Mark Stevens, Shaquille O'Neal, Dale Dog and the Main Street Crips, which also ties in because it was investigated by the Federal Joint Task Force. It ties in with the investigation of the killing of Biggie Smalls. So Whack 100 got caught up in all of that, and that's the wiretap. So I initially did expose that paperwork. Whack brought the police on Clubhouse in 10 minutes. So say I'm reading the paperwork. I'm open up a Clubhouse room. We reading the paperwork. About 3,000 people in the room, bro. Right? And while we got the room cracking, he opens up his room, and 10 minutes later, he got Reggie Wright Jr., former Compton police officer, and a known 137 confidential source. And then he got Detective Greg Kading, who was the head, he's the LAPD homicide robbery detective, and he was also the lead detective of the Joint Task Force that raided Whack 100 home, raided his truck, surveillanced them, and the same ones that he talked to on the 64th floor. Admittingly, he doesn't deny that. He the one told us. He went to the FBI headquarters and talked to the Federal Task Force on a Sunday, and the FBI building is closed on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? So these is all of the things. So from there, he said, I lied. So we were like, well, bring Mark Stevens. He didn't think we would ever be able to get Mark Stevens. And because that's who was on that wiretap. That's who he was calling. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get Dale Dog number. And so we ended up getting the victim, who was his neighbor, Stutterbox. He was the victim, a complaining victim. We interviewed him. He told us that was Whack 100 on that wiretap. Then he was also kidnapped because he tried to extort Shaquille O'Neal, allegedly, with a sex tape that Shaq was fucking some bitch at his house, and it was recorded. He tries to extort him by sending Whack 100 with a message. Hey, Stutterbox say he got a sex tape. You fucking a bitch that ain't your wife. TMZ will pay a lot of money for it. So, allegedly, Money Mark and Shaquille O'Neal got the Crips to kidnap Stutterbox from in front of the Pink Dot on Sunset and take him back to South Central LA, where he was robbed, pistol whipped, and assaulted. Once they released him, he was supposed to go get the videotape and more money. He walked straight into LAPD 77 division, beaten and bloody, right? Cooperating witness. He tells us Whack 100 was his neighbor. He put Whack 100 with Ray J. He put Whack 100 with the gang. He wasn't lying. All of that was true. And the deal with Ray J went bad with Koch Records. They cut Stutterbox out the deal, and that's why he was trying to get his money up out of Money Mark and Shaq. So then we ended up getting with Money Mark Stevens and interviewing him. Oh my God. What? Money Mark Stevens. Oh, wait, hold on. We ain't even got to talk about that. We got the proof. You know what I'm saying? Money Mark ain't playing no games, man. So let's get to this real quick, right? Everybody hit that like button. Welcome to the Damu Kiwe Conversations. Y'all already know what time it is. Hashtag ETE in the chat. Expose the exposers. Shout out to the whole team. Scandalous Los Angeles TV. Smoked Out TV. That girl Henny. My brother Yael. Salute, salute, salute. My boy Southern Force. And we finna get to this Money Mark Stevens interview because the brother didn't know. But after this, he ain't going to have no excuse in not knowing. Shout out to Money Mark Stevens. I put the two interviews together and I released a documentary on World Star Hip Hop. It exceeded 4 million views in 3 days, and Whack 100 filed a cease and desist to World Star Hip Hop to get it taken down because he got exposed. And I got a lawsuit right now against World Star Hip Hop to get my money up out of them. So we work, my lawyer's working on getting that bag right now. Where we at? A couple more seconds, matter of fact. Go ahead, bro.
I'm getting your video together. So you was the one had the World Star Hip Hop interview going and the video and the lawsuit. So how did Wack beat the lawsuit? It was on the technicality?
No, he never beat the lawsuit. He settled out. See, beating the lawsuit would be if they actually went through everything. He filed a couple motions. The judge, because World Star said that the video was substantially true, basically that he was a rat, you know what I'm saying? And that he's a public figure, so he would have to prove malice. Well, Whack 100, the judge ruled in favor of Whack 100, and so that was an issue, right? World Star Hip Hop appealed it. Once World Star Hip Hop appealed the judge's ruling because they got a video of him on World Star on No Jumper talking about the World Star Hip Hop video, saying you just can't talk about me. I'm a public figure. Well, if you're a public figure, then that means the standard of law you would have to prove is that to win would be that World Star Hip Hop knowingly and egregiously, they knew you wasn't a rat. They didn't believe you was a rat, and they did that with malice. He would have to prove malice to win the lawsuit. The judge ruled against World Star. They appealed. Once they appealed, he knew that if the appellate court find that he's a public figure using that evidence, the whole case was over. He settled. He said it was for 6 figures. He said he showed the dude Gangland Neem. I got the text messages from Gangland Neem. Gangland Neem said, I don't even talk to that dude. I talked to him a couple years ago. One time, he got on my head. Disrespectfully, we never talked again. He's a motherfucking lie. So he's lying about that to portray it. I won. No, you could have settled out for $1. I think it was Taylor Swift who did a lawsuit like that. And once she won, she only sued for $1 to prove the point. You know what I'm saying? And Whack 100 could have just took the $1 or even took nothing just to make it go away. And he's pushing this false narrative. But we got the content, the Money Mark Stevens interview. We finna get into that. It's a 10-minute interview. And then we going to end live. It's all going on 3 hours. But I definitely want you to hear this first and foremost.
So where we was at, so
sports agent Money Mark Stevens, Shaquille O'Neal business partner, Stephen A. Smith, sports agent.
When he contact you, what did he contact you concerning?
He wanted to reach out to Del Dog, rest in peace. And he wanted to give Del Dog some information that he had gotten from Stutterbox, right? It's like he was getting information from Stutterbox on what his plan was and what the get down was gonna be, and he wanted to talk to the homie and talk to him. And Dog wasn't getting on the line with him, and he kept blowing me up because he wanted me to get him on the line.
Smart man, rest in peace to Del Dog, man. So he's talking about the phones is being compromised. Is that one of the things that he told you?
Well, the homie Del Dog never trusted dude. You follow me?
Right.
So Dog didn't know was the lines compromised or was they wired up for sound or not. He just wasn't gonna chance it. You follow me? Right. But it was later on. After they took the case to they was taking it all away because the homie ain't had no choice. You know, he was facing a life sentence, so he had to take it all away. And with all the lawyers that was involved they was able to get the discovery, and that's when we found out that the lines was compromised.
Tomorrow, Miss Inglewood.
And as soon when you get the discovery, was part of that the actual wiretaps? The
whole transcript. I got the whole transcripts. The whole transcripts of the whole wiretaps.
And do you, in that paperwork, do you see your conversation with Cass Jones in them transcripts?
That was the initiating. That was the initiating when they started recording.
Right. And how did they refer to Cass Jones?
In the paperwork they put him as back, B-A-C-K. And
correct.
I kept asking the lawyer, like, who the fuck is? I ain't talked to no back. And they said, nah, that's Wax. But they put him as back because he a blood. So it's back. And I said, oh, okay.
And was this back also referred as confidential source number 2?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Well, man, I'm glad that the truth was able to come out. And it's sad.
But bigger than that, homie, right? You know.
What happened?
I watched Dude, man. He said some things about the big homie Shaq, that wasn't true. He said some things like he been trying to destroy the big homie Big U name. And I'm seeing and watching this, and I called the big homie U. We was talking. I said, yo, when you get into Atlanta, man, come see me. Because I had what I had for years. And when I gave it to the homie, I said, man, you read it. Because it was a big-ass textbook of shit. And the homie just sided with what was right. He said, I can't fuck with Dude no more. And that was the end of that.
Until Wax started attacking, and that's when Wax started attacking him with false allegations and all of this online weird shit, right?
Correct, because the homie Big U asked me why I didn't fuck with the nigga, and I said, when you pull up, I'm gonna show you. I want you to read it. And when he read it, he was like, oh, okay, I see why you don't fuck with the nigga. I can't fuck with the nigga. And that was it.
Wait, how long was it from when you first got it that you met you in Atlanta to show him the work?
I got the paperwork from the attorneys probably in, I want to say 12 or 13, because it was a series of, remember the incident happened in 07, 06, 07, but Box had went to prison. He called a drug case, so he went to prison, and they waited to almost the last month of the statute of limitations to go get the homies from Main Street. Right. So it had been about a 5-year period from the time that had happened to the time that they came and got the big homies. And then once how
did you feel about you waiting that long now?
Well, he chastised me, and I never, one of the things, bro, and it's like it's the slippery slope, as people say, right? Like on one end, Whack, the nigga, he wasn't doing no harm, right? He was just trying to move around and be the tough guy. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is, okay, that's what you want to do, cool. But then it went from that to I heard what he was saying about the big hack, and then I heard what he said about Big U, and I picked up the phone. I said, I want you to read something, man. And then once you read it, once you know. That's Quran. That's the Holy Quran. Once you know, you're accountable for what you know. And when he read it, he said, okay, I see why you don't fuck with Dude. I can't fuck with Dude. And that was it. Let me tell you something, man. I probably haven't seen nor talked to Wack in years, you know. And, you know, I wish everybody success and happiness, but not on the basis of life.
Right.
You know,
and not really indicative of your character, Mark, because you have a whole campaign publicly of a brother that's heavy in our community positively, helping get these kids graduated from school and into football and all of these other positive things, and he smutting his name through the mud just because he decided not to deal with him.
And brother, well put. Look, I call the homie Big U all the time. I call Naked Truth. And he always, why you call me the Naked Truth? Because Wack is the well-dressed lie. It's a parable about truth and lie when swimming. And, you know, lie jumped out the water and put on truth clothes. So you had a well-dressed lie, but then truth got out the water and it was naked. So you got the naked truth that's trying to run down a well-dressed lie.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, you know, it is what it is with the homies.
Well, yeah, man. Well, I know you a businessman and you stay on positive shit, man. I'm sorry that we had to for the Money Mark Stevens one. We gonna have to. I gotta go to work at 6:15 in the morning. It's already 12:30. I got about 5. Thanks everybody for the super chat. Thanks to the brother came up today. Appreciate you. We need to do it again. Get to know a little bit more about you. Shout out to Atlanta. And we out, man. I gotta go. Damu Kiwe. State.